Maybank Championship. Part of the race to the CME Globe. Well, this is all getting rather exciting. Choi is looking for her first win in 123 starts on the LPGA Tour. The 26-year-old from South Korea, the world #1, has the lead, albeit by only 2 shots. Who are her nearest challengers? Kim, the 2020 US Open champion, has been brilliant this week. The 30-year-old finished with an eagle yesterday. If she finished with an eagle today, that would certainly help. But Hannah Green is in search of her 7th career victory. A winner last week in Korea, has been playing brilliant golf, but the world's #1 is lurking and ready to pounce, looking to make it 3 wins in 2025. But don't rule out Miyu Yamashita, a major champion in the summer, the AIG Women's Open, 5 under the card today. Only trailing by a couple. It is all to play for here in the final round.
Just a 3-wood off the tee here for Hannah at 10. 3-shot hole, par 5. Goodness me, this is hanging right. This needs a lucky break.
I hope it stayed up.
I'm not sure it did. Huge mistake there, especially on a par 5 now. Yan Liu.
Same club there with the 3-wood from Yan Liu. It's a 3-shot hole. I'm standing about 100 yards up from the tee. I have a sneaky suspicion Hannah's ball has stayed up in the rough. Don't quote me on it, but I think it has.
Well, that would be a break. And a very handy one indeed. Didn't go with the driver off the tee either, Hannah. Need a bit of luck, don't you, in this game?
Especially to win the tournament.
We saw that from Choi getting through the bunker, albeit still paid the price with a 3-putt after finding the back edge of the putting surface. Looks like driver out though from our angle.
Yeah, that's right, Ali. She hit driver here yesterday and came up about 5 yards short of that fairway bunker on the left at 261. What breeze there is hurting, so it shouldn't be in play. But this is a very visually intimidating tee shot with that water down the right-hand side. If you bail out left, pretty thick rough over there too.
Really pinches in about the 245 mark as well.
This one miles left.
Ooh.
Well, it's a par 5, the 10th. But she won't have played it from there before, that's for sure. Well, the competition is now intense. It is tight at the top. Good question has come in as we watch Ayaka Furue, her 3rd to the 10th. Only 4 back as well. Anything can happen on the back 9. Oh, it's a great shot from the Japanese player. But how do the chasers approach the back 9 as they try to catch Herjin? That's from Ashley in Malaysia.
Well, Se-Young Kim is going to be one of the chaser, and they definitely need to have their mindset like win or nothing.
Oh, Se-Young Kim's certainly only thinking about winning. Look at that scorecard.
A lot of the pins tucked into the corner for back 9, so playing a little bit more aggressive will help make a lot of birdies for the back 9.
213. We'll see if one can be found here for Carlotta Segunda. In it goes. Very good, very nice. Her favourite saying. And that one complied. 3 under for her day in the top 20. Ball above the feet here of Lim Kim. Pin just over a ridge. Distance control all important.
Well, it's going to be a fabulous back 9. And look at the contenders. Se-Young Kim who's won 18 professional tournaments in her career, is 5 under for the day. She's a major champion and a winner just a couple of weeks ago at the BMW Ladies, inserting her name into the conversation. Heo-jin Choi leads, but it's now only by 2. Well, this is an interesting graphic illustrating the back 9 score to par. And Yan Liu, 8 under, as well as Heo-jin Choi. Hannah only 5 under. But the beauty of the back 9 is really where anything can happen, and the beauty of sport. Could there be a late twist? Could we see a different winner to what the fans are expecting and to what the stats are predicting? It's certainly in favour of Heo-jin Choi. 70% at the beginning of the day. Can she hold on?
What a break this was for Hannah Green, pulling up about a foot outside the water, and it still wasn't an easy shot, but that's a nice layup.
I think everyone back in Australia had their fingers crossed to try and keep that one out of the drink, and it worked. So no big hefty price paid for Hannah Green there, because it is a 3-shot hole no matter what. But this is going to be awkward for Heo-jin Choi. She's going to forfeit Ewan perhaps quite a bit of distance and have to play the third from further back. Maybe what's ahead of her?
Oh, it is brutal over here. She has a terrible lie. She's only got 2 options. Number 1 option, in my opinion, is to go up the 18th fairway, and Celine Boutier's group has just teed off 18, so she's going to have to wait for them to move. The other option, if she wants to go back to the 10th fairway, she can only hit the ball about 50 or 60 yards, but she has to get it up over the trees out of a poor lie to do that. So I think the 18th fairway, where Pete Godfrey is at the moment, is the right option.
I'm sure Pete's working hard as well. Quite the hustle for the caddies when players are out of position.
I think Hannah's tee shot really affected to Heo-jin. She saw Hannah just miss it to the right and has a chance to finish in the water hazard. Just that one just makes her feel like, I really got to keep it left side.
If we go that way, we're chipping out down here, right? We're chipping out sideways. So if we go this way, I mean, it's got to be up the left half.
Gino Tidekin for birdie at 10. Excellent effort.
No, max is like 114, yeah? 14, not 40. See where this guy is in the white hat now? The top of that hill?
You mean like...
The one that was walking. So right of him, there's the top of the mound there.
You mean like right?
So, no, left of that. You see there's a guy, see the guy in the black shirt? Even at him, if you hit it... I mean, if you hit it 100 at him, you've still got a little bit of space there, yeah?
Now, you just heard the advice there from Pete Godfrey. Wants to hit this about 100 yards, but has to keep it down the right side of the 18th fairway. That's her left side. If she hits this about 100 yards, she's still going to have about 190, 200 in, and there's a lot of tall trees between her and the flag still. Good strike.
I'm not sure we've seen anything like this throughout the week. We haven't seen a player this far out of position having to play down other holes. So out of character for Heo-jin, who's generally driven the ball quite nicely.
Yeah, but I think Peter has a really came up with a great idea.
Well, it's certainly not from where she's played before. We're going to come back to that, because why don't we join our compatriot A-Lim Kim, who's been putting beautifully all day long, and this is a big opportunity now, this to get to within 1. She knew it. Two back for the moment, but Heo-jin Choi is certainly in trouble on 10. It's not going to get much easier for her. It is a par 5, but a third shot to come over the trees.
Lin Grant's birdie putt for 11.
Ooh.
definitely broke a lot.
Hasn't been a great day, unfortunately, on the greens for Lynn Grant. Hits the ball so beautifully. A fantastic ball striker. You can look. Looks a fraction dejected. Trying to make it happen so hard.
Hannah Green is approaching to the green. I want to say there was a safe play. Ooh, it didn't cover the tier.
Well, this is rather interesting. At the beginning of the day, 71% of you thought that Heartbreak Choi was going to win, and only 14% of you thought that Gino was going to win. And that was in the first hour into our coverage. It has now changed significantly. There's a two-horse race here. 48% now think Heartbreak has a very good chance of winning on the LPGA Tour for the first time. But there's a lot more support and belief behind Gino Titican. Can the world #1 win for the third time this year? There's been 27 different winners this season so far. It's a record on the LPGA Tour, so much as the depth of talent. But should Gino win, it would cement herself as the world #1's golfer. And what a victory it would be. So it's very, very exciting right now, but there's still a chance to get involved. Who do you think is going to win? Do scan that QR code. Love to hear from you.
Might change even more yet, given what's happening down the 10th. Let's go to Yan Liu, who's laid up to here at 10.
Spin control is going to key to get close to pin. She played just a little bit safely. She just wanted to use the slope a little bit, but didn't really help much. Didn't really get much help.
Great view ahead of what's ahead of Heartbreak Choi, Ewan.
And she's hit it just far enough that her third shot, she won't have to go over the tallest trees.
Sorry, left side. We
Yeah,
want to get
right on the left, right?
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah. I just did. It's yellow one, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, that's where I was later. So, I mean, I think we've got to be looking at that orange logo again, right?
Yeah.
We say 83, 5. 8, 90. 3 hybrid's going to get you down the bottom there. I think if you want to get up on the top, if we see 200 lands in the slope.
You think so?
With 3 wood, yeah. You think so or not? You tell me. If not, we can hit 3 hybrid.
Still a lot of club required.
Yes, it is. It's so steeply uphill, Kate. She's got to take this over the 18th tee. Nasa Hataoka's group's just taken cover.
Yeah. And I would say coming down like the orange logo's perfect. If you're a little right side of that, that's good too, yeah? All right.
Still does have to go over some trees that are about 50, 60 yards short of the green. Big shot. Good clean stripe. It's up over the trees.
Looks like it's come up short, we believe. That was the 3 hybrid that she went with. So it cleared the trouble, but it's a par 5. That's her third.
And that's a shocking shot coming next.
Yeah.
This could be make or break in terms of the chasing pack and their chances coming next, because they are shifting by the second.
What's the heart rate at right now for Heartbreak Choi?
140. Elim Kim. Tee shot on 11.
Oh, brilliant. There's a great chance there of a 2. That moves her to 18 under, should that go in. And Heartbreak Choi is struggling for a par at the 10th.
That might be for the tie for the lead for Lim Kim coming next. 213, Yamashita, who's also been brilliant out there today. Flawless, 5 under on the round. And maybe another birdie on the way.
Gino on the tee on 11. She saw what Lim Kim did. Should go back a little. Use the slope a little bit more.
Well, what an exciting back nine this is proving to be. There is that leader, Choi, 19 under, struggling on the 10th. It's going to be the up and down of her career. But here are the chasers. Yamashita on 13, only trailing by 3. Se-Young Kim having a fabulous final round. She's at the 12th. Lim Kim, a birdie putt to come from her on the short par 3, alongside Gino Titican and Hannah Green. You can never count her out. Only a couple of shots back.
And I think Miyu Yamashita really needs to get to at least 19 to pile the pressure on. Such is the quality of player on the front page of the leaderboard. This to get to 17.
Swinging putt, read so beautifully by the 24-year-old. It's a lovely looking scorecard, and she knows how to get the job done. A major champion this year. Great caddy on the bag.
Another chaser, Lim Kim, birdie putt.
Just had to tickle that putt. That was swift.
I think Lim Kim's putt would help Gino to read the line a little bit better.
All right, back we are with Hye-Jin Choi Ewan.
Yes, and fortunate to avoid the sand, but this is still an extremely difficult shot. If she comes up a little shy here, it'll feed all the way back down to the bottom tier.
Has to err long.
Should stay.
Her head would be spinning right now.
Certainly the heart will be racing. Now that is a putt for a par. Big opportunity now for the world number 1.
Time to strike.
Oh, has been fearless throughout the course of her young career at 22 years old, but tickled that one down there. It was a fast putt. An opportunity missed there for Gino.
Some right to left movement here for Liu. Needs it.
Nearly found it.
Classy from Liu going first, giving Hye-Jin Choi a little bit more time to get ready, get settled, keep this moving.
Only even par today. Yan Liu has hit a number of good iron shots, not able to convert on the green.
Even for Yan Liu, maybe start the pressures on it. She hasn't really played much experience. She doesn't really have much experience to play at the Champions Group.
Yes, 3rd year on tour for Yan Liu. Well, moments ago, Hannah Green in this final group had this a birdie putt. Had to come up the slope. You can see how slow it was. Now this for a par for our leader.
Similar putt, not as much movement from right to left, but difficult to get yourself to hit it hard enough.
Well, Ewan, Hye-Jin Choi certainly gave that a whack. But that's not dead. And when things are getting a little bit jittery, it is the back nine. She's still looking for her first ever win. And now pressure can do very funny things. It's going to be at least one drop shot.
Well, perspective is hard to find at the moment, isn't it? Because if she taps that in and you gave her a one-shot lead with 8 to play at the start of the week, she'd take it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hannah Green is preparing for uphill par putt.
I'll tell you what, this has been quite the adventure here for Hannah Green as well. And it's not easy, Soyeon, as you know, when you're playing alongside someone who's having an even bigger adventure than yourself. But she certainly has been putting very well from this range this week. It's a pretty straight putt, straight up the hill.
Yep, and in it goes. That is an adventurous par, but a par all the same for Hannah Green. Certainly interesting to see how she fares on the back nine, 5 under compared to 12 under on the front. She would love to catch fire. She's going to try and keep cool with that fan. That's a good idea, because the pressure is building.
I think this is a tricky putt for hedging. What do you think, Ewan?
Oh yeah, 3 feet downhill with just a little bit of movement from left to right, and your head is spinning. I mean, it's just so hard to be in the present and keep that perspective, like I mentioned, at this point in time.
Just to stay ahead on her own.
It was a confident putt. It is a drop shot, so she will slip back to 18 under. But opportunities from the chasing pack, and they are going to take full advantage of those. Well, if you're just joining us, you will see that the leader is struggling. 1 over today, the only pair on that front page to really struggle on this final day. The lead is there. It was 4 at the beginning of the day. It's now only 1. So it's all to play for this final round of the Maybank Championship.
Hi, my name's Hannah Green, and this is the 2025 Maybank Championship. Hurrah!
Well, we're getting to the business end of this championship now. Hannah Green features. She is one of the contenders, and so is this player, A. Lim Kim. This was her second shot to the 7th hole. It was a fabulous start from the US Open champion of 2020. Birdies are 1, 3, 5, and then that would go in, and she would move to 7 under par, right in the hunt.
Major champion Miyu Yamashita. She finished her first 9 with 33, and this is her birdie chance on 10.
One of our overnight leader, Hye-Jin Choi, was in a holding pattern. Pars all the way through 7, then that one caught the left edge, her only birdie of the day so far, and a couple of struggles since.
The Australian Hannah Green has been playing very well. Would love to finish with a win in Malaysia on this Asian swing. And that was a super birdie putt on the 9th to put the pressure on her playing partner, Hye-Jin Choi. But Miyu Yamashita also playing great golf.
Yeah, Miyu Yamashita haven't had any bogey, and this is going to be her 6th birdie of the day.
Lots happening out on the West Course here at the Kuala Lumpur Golf and Country Club. Let's join the action now on the short par 3 11th.
126 today, it's just a slight breeze into the players' faces. 9 iron for Hannah Green. Got a little backstop behind it. This is a good looking shot, looking to utilise it.
Getting even better. Superb tee shot there from Hannah Green.
Akia Iwai, her also good birdie chance to get close to the leader.
The hole gobbles up that one as well.
She's also now 2 shot back.
And she's a player that clearly thrives in front of the crowds. She's a showwoman.
Back to 11, Yan Liu.
Same club, 9 iron, good strike. Little right of the flag, this one.
And a solid tee shot.
Yeah, so there might be a couple of deep breaths being had from Hye-Jin Choi Ewan. She's made 2 bogeys all week, back-to-back bogeys though at 9 and 10.
Yes, that's right. You've got to be careful here. It's an intimidating flag there in the front right. Mentioned you do have a backstop behind it, but if you go a little too long, that's going to leave a difficult 2-putt, so you have to be very precise. This one just left the flag. It needs to sit.
Bit more adrenaline's coming up for Hye-Jin.
It's been a shaky couple of holes around the turn for the leader. Those 2 bogeys. Breathe, hey? Sounds easier.
Something that Rory McIlroy does when he's under pressure, he closes his mouth, really focuses on breathing through his nose, and it calms his nervous system a little bit more. All the best players have tricks, but one of the best players is down in the right trees on 12. Taya Titikin, Gino now. And that's to whom we go.
Good thing is she has clear shot. Could be good to use the mound on the left of the pin. And she did. It's gonna turn towards the pin.
It's okay from over there. I bet you when she was watching her drive, she would have paid good money to have an open second shot. Let's go down to 14. Looks as though Miyu Yamashita's found the right rough, which makes the next all the more complex. You'll see where the flag is, tucked way left in its own little shelf.
That was the best play she could do from there.
13-time winner on the LPGA Tour of Japan.
Hye-Jin Choi.
And the 4th time today, So Young, that she's had to putt down a ridge from significant distance. Very quick.
Oh, Ewan just dribbled that down, so safely it's a par. First time in 3 holes she's found a par. What is she thinking now, So-Yeon? What's going through her mind?
I think thousands of thoughts in her head right now, but she's gonna searching for the way calm herself down.
What strategies did you use?
One of the advice that I had from my caddy was just play like a child. Didn't think about winning when they didn't think about the situation.
Sit down for A-Lim Kim. That skirts through the back of the green.
You know, for Hye-Jin, the reason why it's more pressure on it is because everybody was gonna say this is gonna your moment. If you're gonna win this tournament, you're able to have much better opportunity. So she knows this is really important moment, but she just needs to think more simple. Just don't think about the big picture right now. She just needs to think about the present.
Yeah, competition reveals how good you are and how you're able to handle yourself.
Yan Liu for her birdie putt.
And another quick one, So Young. She has squandered so many opportunities today, yet this is to get within 2.
You haven't seen many putts hold from there throughout the course of the week, leaving the flag stick in. Tricky putt to read.
But it does mean that the next putt to come from Hannah Green is going to be to tie for the lead. Draw up alongside Hye-Jin Choi. And these two, she and Yan Liu, who hasn't had her A game out there today, have a real opportunity to pile the pressure on.
That's a good point you make, Ali, about Hannah, because yesterday was such a gritty and resilient performance. I mean, her round could have gone wrong very early with a double bogey at the 3rd hole. She went in the water on the 5th hole, yet she still managed to collect several birdies and stitch together a very good score when an awful lot of players would have stumbled, but she still managed to soar up the leaderboard. Testament to her character.
She's got grit. We'll need it now for a birdie.
And indeed it is.
That's a big putt.
That is huge from Hannah Green. And we now have a 2-way tie at the top 18 under par, Herjin Choi and Hannah Green as they march to the 12th tee. It is now all to play for. It is a congested leaderboard. It hasn't been that way throughout the course of this championship, but how things can change on a Sunday afternoon.
We have had a 4-shot swing between Herjin Choi and Hannah Green in the last 3 holes. All right, it's game on. All bets are off.
It's the first time Herjin Choi hasn't held the outright lead since the 3rd hole on Friday.
Alim Kim, they're at 12. Just wasn't the place to be, really, was it?
No, I want to say the short left is the best place to miss if you're not able to get close to the pin.
Had enough green to use, but had a shocking lie as well. This is in the rough for EY2.
Also, it was a downhill lie at the upslope green. Ooh, nearly great. Probably 1 more yard was going to be the best shot of the day.
And maybe 1 more yard on the drive too. Paid the price in the rough. Yamashita from the back edge at 14.
Look at that gather pace.
That was really tough putt. But Miyu Yamashita has been really good at putting.
She's going to need to be over that. That ought to come to our co-leader now on the 12th.
Lost it in the right rough here yesterday, Kate, and this one is miles right.
And half of KL knows about it.
Ooh, I think it's stopped it behind a tree.
Similar to where Gino went moments ago. We're going to come back to that, but Gino was able to hit a second shot to here. Outside chance of a birdie.
She was on the grass. I think Hannah might be back on the tan bark. We'll see. Downhill all the way. Another lacking in the pace department. Has had a few of those today. Back to the tee with Liu.
Fairway bunkers won't be an issue for Liu. She can fly it well over those. Really pinches in about 250 this fairway. Good looking swing there.
Alim Kim. What a good day it has been for Alim, but this is now for par at the 12th. And that putter that was very hot at the beginning of the round, just gone cold.
Driver in hand here for Herjin Choi. Needs to find the fairway.
She's missed the last 2 drives left. This one looks much better. Ooh, quickly down for the tee. But that dove down into the Bermuda rough.
And that won't make the second shot any easier. The greens are fast, and when you're hitting for the rough, you're not able to get any check on the ball. Good short game required here for Akie Iwai on 13.
She doesn't have much room to work with. That was really tough bunker shot. I think she managed it pretty well.
Fanning the club face wide open. Well, it really is anyone's game right now. We've got 7 players within 2 shots of the lead. It was looking like a 1-horse race. It's anything but now in the final round of the Maybank Championship.
It's going to be the first drop shot of the day for Alim Kim.
She's still cool enough to smile after make a bogey. This is also a big putt for Miyu Yamashita.
Been blemish free today for the young Japanese player. No drop shots, collecting 6 birdies. This putt needs to go in for it to stay that way. Only one back. Brilliant from that distance. Number 1 on tour. And keeping her hopes very much alive, only trailing by 1.
We definitely need to go to ask her putting secret and share it with the world golf fans.
I don't think she'll be willing to share it. I imagine she'd like to keep that all to herself. Number 1 on tour, between 10 to 15 feet. Yu Yamashita leads that statistical category. Good one to dominate, isn't it?
Oh, yes, for sure. In Big Par was one of the best putter in the world, and then she is Golden Grand Slammer.
I think that was a shot of Hannah Green's golf ball down the right-hand side. It's a little tough to tell on the angle.
At least I was lucky that Hannah's ball was not just stopped just behind the tree.
Yeah, it was on the grass too.
Well, we're delighted you're watching wherever you are around the world for this final rounds coverage of the Maybank Championship. We began the day with a 4-shot advantage in favour of He-Jin Choi. That has now disappeared because we have co-leaders at the top. He-Jin Choi has company as Hannah Green from Australia has drawn up alongside her on 18 under par. This is Hannah now on the 12th hole, leaking the drive right. And that's the view of the second shot in.
Hey, at least she's got a gap. She's on grass, she's on an upslope. That could have been much worse for Hannah Green down that right-hand side.
And Ali, it's definitely advantage Hannah Green here. I've just had a look at He-Jin Choi's ball. It is an absolutely awful lie. I'm not even sure she'll be able to carry the water shorter of the green. Hannah has a clear shot, like you said, and only 155 to the front, 184 back to the pin.
Geez, you and the players are putting you through their paces. Hannah is right, He-Jin is left. I'm impressed you've got both shots covered.
Goodness me, it was an effort. 15,000 steps this golf course. I've just done half of that on the 10th in this hole. And you know, the lie isn't great, but she can use that to her advantage here because she only has to fly it maybe 5-10 yards onto the green, about 160, 165, and it will chase back. Going with a 6-iron, but she looks like she's lost this a little right.
Oh, that is not going to be an easy up and down. Short-siding herself, tossing it up over the bunker. So short game skills required for Green.
From the bunker to here at 13 for Akia EY. So this for par, right to left. And a little more than she bargained for as well. So she too taking her first step back of the day in this section of the golf course. We've seen that often. Saw it from Lim Kim a couple of moments ago. That was a hole earlier down 12. And that's where we go with He-Jin Choi.
Well, Ali, no exaggeration. This could be tournament over. If He-Jin Choi goes for the green here and doesn't catch it, hits it in the water, it could be tournament over for her. This is a terrible lie. Personally, I think it's a layup. It's 149 to the flag. It's only 118 to the front. I think she'd be better off leaving herself about a 90-yard shot in here and just take a medicine.
Well, you can tell she's thinking about it, and we've got a great view of this second shot for He-Jin Choi.
And on that little bit of a downslope, like I mentioned, the ball's not going to get up in the air. It's going to come out flat.
You think you can carry there, no problem? Okay.
He-Jin just said she's pretty confident. She's able to get over the water hazard.
Left side of it, at that cameraman, yeah?
Big moment right here. Oh, no, she hasn't caught it at all.
Oh, and it's in. It thought about hanging up.
I think she just made a poor decision. She had to look for the third shot in to just do up and down.
It was interesting to hear from Pete Godfrey. You think you've got it? She goes, yeah, I think I have. But what a mistake. And you make a very good point. There are many different ways to make a par, and it's going to be unbelievably difficult now for her.
Yeah, and look, I mean, when your head is spinning, when you're facing adversity on a golf course, it's not easy to make decisions with clarity.
But it was sitting down in the rough, not able to get any control.
Oh, it's hurt to see it again.
The golf course can be a very lonely place when things aren't going well. Always below her feet. It has been an excellent tournament for Jin Choi, but around the turn, she has stumbled. A bogey at 9, a bogey at 10. And now here on the 12th, she is in real trouble. You can see how dejected she looks.
Well, sometimes you really need to accept the fact this is a time I just need to go around instead of playing aggressively. And then this was definitely the time for her to go around.
.138 there with a 9-iron for Yan Liu. This looks terrific.
A brilliant time to strike for Yan Liu.
Se-Young Kim, her birdie chance on 14.
Only just covered the water to there. That must have been heart in mouth.
Ooh.
Same to the putt that followed. Close, but not quite. By the end of 15, Miyu Yamashita might have a share of it as well.
Hybrid in hand.
Pin position is just right of the ridge that bisects the left and right half of this long par 3.
I want to say still very generous pin position for this green.
That is going to be very swift. That's right on top of the ridge coming next. You can use it. So go back to the drama at 12.
Well, out of all the twists and turns that you could imagine here, Ali, and I have not seen a leaderboard. I'm sure there's probably 10 or 12 players in contention, but if she can manage to get this up and down, Hannah Green's got no gimme up and down either, so she could potentially still be tied for the lead.
Yes, it would be with Miyu Yamashita, but if they were to fall back, we'd essentially have 10 players within 2 of the lead.
Yeah, and then it does become anyone's game.
And I just mentioned a little bit earlier that it's so difficult when you're struggling to make decisions with clarity out here, and it's amplified by the fact it is so hot. You're trying to get your first win, and I really think this is where Pete Godfrey's role becomes a lot more important.
And he had to back his player, Ewan. You know, he gave her the option. She said, I think I have it. And there are times with caddying that it's time to get out of the way. And she sounded so confident. Ball way above her feet now.
Yeah, 50-yard shot. She's got to land this somewhere around 40 to 42 yards. It should release out.
It's a very good shot under the circumstances, but it's going to be a putt for a bogey for Jin Choi. And there's been a bogey at 9 and 10 as well. Well, the drama. If you're just joining us for this final round of the Maybank Championship, we started on the back 9. Jin Choi started the day with a 4-shot lead. Made a bogey at the 9th hole. Pulled it way left on the 10th. Made a bogey at the 10th hole, and then afford Hannah Green through the 11th hole to draw up level alongside her on 18 under par. Then Hannah going right on 12, flirting with the pines, and also a difficult second shot in for Hannah Green. But then this, just moments ago, from Jin Choi, went for the green in 2. Club face got caught in the long, wispy rough, and into the drink it went. Stumbling right now, Ali.
It's so hard under pressure like this to make clear decisions. And I keep going back to the drive. You know, she knew it was headed left. She didn't watch it. She went down for the tee. She's looking for an escape from the pressure that she's feeling. And I thought that was very telling. And then it all played out as well with the second shot. Now we get down to Hannah Green with a really awkward angle to this flag.
Settle down. Had to take the elevated route, but very hard to get any check from that rough.
But for Hannah, there was no reason to risk it. No reason to try to land it between the bunker and the pin, because now she knows Hezin's in trouble. So she just wants to make sure it's on the green and then just hope for the best.
That's it. Just try and stay with her or stay ahead. We'll go ahead to 13, Gino Titikin. Wind a touch off her right. Beautiful drive.
This is a player that makes birdie 30% of the time on the golf course. There is a chance there because the birdies have dried up for Gino. 4 in the first 5 holes. Come back down to earth. But you certainly can't count Gino out, the fan favourite to win this championship. But racing ahead and a couple of holes up in front is Miyu Yamashita. This for birdie at 15.
Might be for the outright lead. Should it drop? Look at that. That is racing by. Had to breathe on it from up there. It was just an awkward leave. Right back to 13. Ailin Kim. She too not out of this.
Now she's a really good chance to chasing a leader for sure.
Yeah, very much in this now. Needs that putter to get hot again. Par putt for Hannah Green to remain at 17 under.
I think it's okay to finish with the bogey at this hole right now for Hannah.
Well, it's all change at the top.
Maybe viewers might want to do vote again.
Most certainly. Heartbreak Choi has had this tournament and grabbed it by the scruff of the neck. It's falling away from her right now because this player, Miyu Yamashita, par putt to stay at 17 under, very quickly joins the lead. And she's a couple of holes ahead, so there's no real pressure on Yamashita right now. She can post a score early, be in the clubhouse, and let the drama unfold.
I'm with you, Kate. In the meantime, Heijin Choi bogey putt.
Bogey at best.
That's a great bogey.
That's an exceptional bogey. What an up and down from an awkward stance. But look at the scorecard. Look at those 3 blue numbers. Her bogey avoidance had been brilliant coming into the final round. And as we say, pressure can do very strange things.
So now there are 3 that lead at 17 under par. This to get within 1 for Yan Liu. Beautiful shot in. It's all happening in Malaysia.
Well, people might thought Yan Liu was a little fall off, but now she has a chance too.
Just waiting for her time to strike. So young. And apparently it's now.
10 players within 2 shots of the lead.
This too to join the lead. Titikin down the hill. Could she enter the fray? The world #1's in it too.
Now I'm getting a little afraid.
I'm getting a little bit excited. The crowd will be loving this. They started flooding through the gates at 7 o'clock this morning. Here is the race to the CME Globe. It's no problem for the likes of Gino Titikin, for Miyu Yamashita that are at the top of our leaderboard alongside Se-Young Kim. But it's a huge week, though, for the likes of Yan Liu, who's keeping her chances alive. She is 59th in the race to the CME Globe and right on that bubble. So it's a big event. It's the Tour Championship. There you see her, Yan Liu. So wants to be safely inside that top 60 in ties that do advance through to the big event at the end of November. So there's all different storylines playing out here.
So much to play for. There is a yuck of food away. Oh, it is relentless from this chasing pack.
This is a jungle right now.
A hot one as well.
8 players within 1 of the lead. Here on 13 with Hannah Green.
And you might be wondering why she's hitting first here at 13. This group now over a hole behind after the troubles on the previous hole, and that is not good there.
Well, there was a playoff in the first edition of this Maybank Championship that lasted 9 holes. Ewan Porter was a part of that commentary team. You remember that championship well, Ewan?
And don't forget the 2.5-hour rain delay in the middle of the playoff. So the playoff actually lasted 4.5 hours.
As we take a look up 13, big rise up this par 4. You need to find the fairway with that flag today. Yan Liu, can she do it?
That breeze has switched a little. It's now helping the players here. That's a high fade down the left side. That is bombed.
Left is not the miss. That down the heart of it. Head at the green. Alim Kim. Could there be 5 that lead the Maybank Championship?
Yes, there can. It's a 5-way tie at the top. Yumashita Kim, Titikundreen and Choi.
Hye-Jin Choi for next.
Missed the last 3 drives left. That one down the right-hand side, and I don't want to be a pessimist, but the sky is looking fairly ominous.
Oh, Ewan, stop it. Let's jump ahead now to 15. Great viewing area from the back of this par 3.
Use the slope a little bit more.
That's a super tee shot from Se-Young Kim. Fair to say, a lot's been happening over the last hour. It looked like the tournament was going to be Heartbreak Choi's, but it's anything but. She has struggled in this final round, certainly around the turn. You can see the only player over par on the front page. The lead was 4. We now have 5 players in a tie on 17 under par in Malaysia. Certainly time for a recap. Over the last 10 minutes, an awful lot has happened here at the Maybank Championship. Struggling around the turn was Heartbreak Choi, the leader, but finding form was Hannah Green with a birdie at the 11th to draw up alongside Heartbreak Choi on 18 under par. Heartbreak Choi made bogeys at 9 and 10, and then this second shot at the 12th, the ball was buried on the par 4, caught the club head, and that ended up in the water. Despair for the overnight leader, who was looking for a wire-to-wire victory in her first win on the LPGA Tour. Meanwhile, for Gino Ali, there were plenty of birdies through the first 5 holes. She went a bit flat, but found one at a great time on 13.
And she's none the wiser of all that was unfolding back there behind her. Won't know that she's tied for the lead with another 4 players, including a major champion this year, Miyu Yamashita, Alim Kim. She found a birdie at 13 as well, and that's where we go with our final trio. So Hannah Green right down 12, left down 13. We'll need to straighten things out and do it quickly, because this is a very awkward angle from over here.
And 122, it's a jumper lie. She's got a wedge in hand. Good strike. It's come out pretty hot.
Oh, you are kidding. Hits the flag. Hannah Green, what a break.
Well, all too often, golfers count the shots that got away rather than the ones they got away with. But that was very handy indeed for Hannah Green. Great birdie opportunity to come now, as well as there is on the 15th hole for Se-Young Kim.
.113 and a good angle here for Heartbreak Choi, wedge in hand. Lost a couple right today, and this is another one.
Well, the advantage now very much towards Hannah Green, who's got a kick-in birdie putt now on 13. Heartbreak Choi not finding that accuracy that had been so good to her the previous few days.
Miyu Yamashita on 16. She also have a really great chance to go to be a solo leader.
Who's going to get there first, though? Her or Hannah Green? Both with 2 3-foot putts for birdie. Go back to Yan Liu. Can't forget about her. She's in this too.
101 gap wedge in hand. Good angle. And this is a good-looking shot. Got to be careful it doesn't spin too much.
Is getting some action on it and heading further back down the slope for Yan Liu. Second shot. Here's a replay of Green's second into the 13th. Coming from the rough, it was very, very difficult to stop it. But you heard it land next to the flag, courtesy of hitting the flag itself.
But
That's one way to get spin.
It could have gone anywhere as
Yeah.
well. Those bunkers Soyeon left of that green are deadly. Instead, it hits the flag, goes straight down. What a break.
It's almost impossible to up and down from left side of the bunker. And then if it was longer than green, it's going to be tough chip shot as well. That was extremely lucky for Hannah. Lim Kim, her second shot.
This is high tariff. Looks to be taking it on over the water.
This is a brave shot from Lim Kim. Straight, oh, right at it. What a class shot from a classy player. She loved that. Talk about thriving in front of the crowds. There's a player right there. Who's going to win this Maybank Championship? Scan that QR code to vote. At the beginning of the day, 71% of you said Heartbreak Choi, and that is changing rapidly.
Miyu Yamashita have a chance to make a birdie before Hannah.
For the outright lead for the first time this week.
Simply brilliant. What a year Yamashita is having. She started the day on 11 under par, 8 shots adrift of Heartbreak Choi. She is now the outright leader of the Maybank Championship with just a handful of holes to come.
Just you never know until the finish.
Well, you had Linnea Strom last year win the ShotRite LPGA, and she was in a tie for 52nd place at the beginning of the day, shot a 60 to win it. Beauty of live sport. Birdie putt now for Yan Liu to get within 1. The line was perfect. The pace, too much.
And a sage reminder that the breaks can go both ways in the final 5 holes of a tournament.
Ideal position for Gino off the tee.
Calling for it to sit. But it's going to take the ridge.
It's a chance. And a chance that Gino will embrace.
She knew long right would have been no fun. Now that is.
Now Hejin's turn.
Well, if I said the atmosphere around here was electric, it would be a gross understatement. I'm standing just behind the green looking down 14, and the crowd is about 5 to 8 deep from about 150 yards out all the way to the green. We've got a good crowd here at the 13th green as well. What a finish we've got. Heartbreak Choi needs to get the train back on the tracks here. Bit of right to left movement in it.
All the wind is out of the sails of Heartbreak Choi at the moment. So, and what would you be thinking? What kind of conversations would she and Pete Godfrey be having as they make their way to 14?
I think it'll be better to not to talk about golf, just talk about other things to just make her feel better. Once you start to think about like negative thing, it's really hard to stop it. So this is a time that needs to change the subject. And this is Hannah Green.
To join Yamashita at -18. Co-leaders once more in the final round.
A slice of good fortune for Hannah Green. She might want to take the flag off that flag stick at the end of the day. That was flying out of the rough, but a brilliant 3 nonetheless. 18 under par, leading the way. And for the first time, it doesn't feature Choi at the top of the leaderboard. She had the lead after day 1, day 2, day 3. But so much has happened in this final round. Where she has stumbled, other players have soared. And in particular, Miyu Yamashita, 7 under par with a couple of holes remaining in the lead on 18 under.
Ayaka Footaway, her birdie putt. That was really great putt.
How fine are the margins right now, So Yeon?
It's always tough to watch. I just feel them. I know how it feels. I know how it feels to be out there right now. To be honest, I realized after I retired, I am never gonna get the same feeling as what I used to feel on the field. It's nothing similar as how I feel.
And not many get to experience that. Very few athletes, very few golfers get to capture that winning feeling and that adrenaline rush as well.
I think that's why all golfers are so addicted to golf. And this is one of the other golf addiction, Elim Kim.
Big putt now to join the lead at the top. Wow, how quick.
That's a tough putt. That slope is quite severe.
Yeah.
We're just not able to see it because of the camera angle.
It was one of the best shots, second shots into 14. Came out of the bunker, flew it over the water. So it's very brave from Elim Kim.
She's not the type to back down.
Well, how much of this poll has changed throughout the course of the day? At the beginning of the day, 71% of you thought that Choi would win. That is now only at 10%. 14% of you thought Gina would win. That has now soared to 46%. Hannah Green, second on 24%. And there's still a chance for you to get involved. Elim Kim enters the fray as well as Miyu Yamashita, who has the lead, courtesy of a quite dazzling round, and her job is still not done. She's on the 17th and 7 under par for the day. Great to have you voting. Do get involved. Scan that QR code. As an LPGA fan, we love to hear from you.
Let's take a look at the final 5 ahead of our final group. 14, a touch over par. That's because the water is in play. Just a short little par 4. Bang on it at 15. Opportunity at 16 and 18 to be had though, Soyeon.
It's a tough stretch all the way until 18. That one for sure. 16, today's teeing garden go backward again. And this is Hannah Green. Her tee shot on 14.
5 wood in hand. Little helping breeze off the left. 225 to carry the first bunker, 251 to the next one. This one should be good.
Was a little nervy on that carry, but it's fine for Hannah Green up ahead at the green. Gino Titikin to join Green and Yamashita at -18.
It was a bold, aggressive putt from Gino. Good try. Had a run at it.
She made a run on the way home yesterday, birdied the last 3, so we'll continue to watch that space and go to 14T Yan Liu.
Same club. This one down the right-hand side. That will leave the best angle.
Part one of the equation done. Terrific hole, this 14th. Back down towards the crowds and the clubhouse. Big putt now for Alim Kim to stay one back. Ooh. Knocked it in the side door, but pulled it out from the middle.
The players definitely make us to be excited and nervous. Hye-Jin Choi for her tee shot.
Well, Hye-Jin Choi has the 3-wood out on this occasion. And this one also down the right-hand side as we hear some big rumbles of thunder in the background.
Oh, no. That might be a big break for Hye-Jin Choi.
You're not wrong. She could use a reset between the ears at the moment. Gino Titikin for par, mere formality, which it is. She's got half of Malaysia behind her here this week. Such a fan favourite. It's only a 2-hour flight from Bangkok to KL.
This is Se-Yeon Kim. She definitely has a game face on.
Not the best shot from Se-Yeon Kim. She only trails by 2.
Not much right now, wind-wise. Okay.
It's a cracking stretch of finishing holes. Good crowds out here.
.128 left here for Hannah. I'm not sure how much golf we've got left out here, but what a fun pin this is. You can get it close. You can feed it in from the right and behind it. 9-9 in hand. Good lie, needs to sit.
Ooh.
Oh, that is going to be rapid coming back down the slope. Oh, and she knows exactly how difficult the third is going to be. Well, let's jump ahead to a player who's cruising, flying under the radar. Miu Yamashita, hardly anybody's watching her, and she's got the lead on 18 under par alongside Hannah Green.
Oh.
Well, the siren has just gone at 1 o'clock local time. Play is suspended.
Well, to be honest, this is good for Hye-Jin Choi. She needs some time to regroup for sure.
Well, this is a break for Hye-Jin Choi. It's frustrating for the likes of Miu Yamashita, for Alim Kim, for Hannah Green, who have made their way up the leaderboard alongside Gino Titikin. But now all players will be evacuated off the golf course to the safety of the clubhouse. We will let you know as soon as we know exactly how much electrical activity is in the vicinity. But for now, play is suspended. The final round of the Maybank Championship. What an exciting leaderboard we have. 8 players within 2 shots of the lead. And for the first time, Hye-Jin Choi is chasing. John Bennett and Miu Yamashita, this dynamic duo, will head to the clubhouse from about the furthest part on the golf course. It's going to be a long walk from the back of 17.
We'll have a bit of a trek. I'm trying to think about who this hurts the most, and I think it is Yamashita, because she's had the hot hand. She's had 4 birdies since the turn, and now she's going to go back to the clubhouse and become all the more aware of the position that she's in. When she's been out there, So-Yeon, kind of alone in her own little bubble.
I'm 100% with Ali. Like I said, it's good for Hye-Jin and then could be like break the rhythm for Yamashita Miu.
It'll be a welcome change for Hye-Jin Choi, who needs to go find a quiet part of the clubhouse and remind herself that she is one of the world's best players and has been for essentially 65 holes of this event.
We will see who could be the lucky one after this break.
Hannah Green's left herself with a horrid lead as well, just to think about. Just a little bit of a rush of blood.
Yeah, there's been a lot happening on the golf course. Plenty of action. Why don't we take you through the highlights of which There are many. Se-Young Kim, at the beginning of the day when the sun was shining on the west course, started with a birdie at the first to move to 12 under par. And at that point we were thinking, well, that's good, but she hasn't really got much of a chance.
Miyu Yamashita, she already started her day with the birdie, and this is her second hole. She has been putt so well throughout the season, and she made a birdie really nicely.
There were plenty to be found early doors. That's the nature of this golf course. 1 through 5 is attackable, and Akia Iwai got the memo. Birdie for her there at 1.
Gino, the fan favourite, began the day 6 shots off the lead. Needed a fast start. And she got it. It was an excellent approach into the first. She would roll that in to move to 14 under par.
Lim Kim, she finished her round with the eagle yesterday, and she started the day with the birdie.
How about Yan Liu in the final group? Pin way left on this green. And she took it on and was handsomely rewarded with a birdie there.
Lydia Ko began with a birdie. There were a couple of pars, and then this lovely tee shot at the short par 3, the fourth, just 97 yards. Peppering the pin, would go on to make a 2 and move to 14 under.
Lim Kim, she already started her day with the birdie, and this is par 5, number 3. She had her third shot in the bunker and then made a really great birdie opportunity. She finished up with birdie.
Let's pick up Akia Iwai again on 5. Beautiful posture. Very athletic movement through the ball as well. Feathering this one over right by the flag at 5.
Well, Gino, after that birdie at the first, parred the second. There was a birdie at 3. And a lovely tee shot on the fourth meant that she could roll this putt in for a 2 and move to 15 under.
Se-Young Kim, number 6. She has a really good superstition, which is wearing red pants for the final round to win a tournament. She was missing really short birdie putt on 5th, but she made a really long birdie putt at 6.
There clearly is some weather in the area. We've got half the jungle coming down on our commentary box. It's windy and blustery out there, but it wasn't early doors, and Lim Kim did this at the 7th hole. Dialed in once more.
Well, the major champion, Miyu Yamashita, went out in 33. It was at this point 14 under par and 5 shots back, but a beautiful birdie putt meant that she would get to 15 under, and things just started to change a little bit.
Choi needed to wait for a long time to make her first birdie of the day.
Well, let's go to 9. Hannah Green. This for 2 and 3 holes. This to turn the tables on her playing partners, which she did.
At the 13th, Miyu Yamashita really started to find a second gear. So many red numbers on the scorecard, and Yamashita moved to 17 under to very much be part of the conversation.
This was really important for putt for Hannah Green. It was really tricky putt to read, but she made it very nicely.
So that's the good. Here is the drama. Second shot ahead of Head-Jin Choi. Horrible lie down that left-hand side of 12. Well, I got even worse. Down into the water in the penalty area.
Gino, meanwhile, the birdies had dried up halfway through her round, but was able to find a red number here at the 13th to move to 17 under and to get within 1 of the lead.
Hannah Green, this shot was extremely difficult shot, but she also had extremely good luck. Her ball just hit the flag and made a good birdie opportunity.
Of which there have been many for Miyu Yamashita. Headed down 16, she'd already had 6 birdies on the day, but that wasn't quite enough. With that, she tied the lead.
And so, the 4-shot advantage for He-Jin Choi has vanished. What we have now are
So on the option to maybe pitch out like Ewan had suggested, and was looking mighty fine after that.
Yeah, I don't think she was able to think clearly. Right now, she's looking for her very first LPGA win, and then she just really wanted to go aggressive. But this was a time she definitely was not able to go aggressive.
It's the 3rd time she's had the lead through 3 rounds, and the previous 2 times she finished runner-up. And the most recent was in the Maya Classic in 2025, where she eventually lost to Carlotta Siganda, and that was by 1 shot. So it was still a decent round, but Carlotta played brilliantly. But she's going to have to dig deep, He-Jin Choi. This suspension will play to her favour. She can go back, reset, take some time out, get away from the sauna and the heat of the golf course to just have a moment to herself.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time to regroup for He-Jin Choi. She still has a chance to win.
And that's so important, So-yeon. You could think that your hopes are dashed, but they're certainly not. She is 1 shot off the pace, but for a player, Ali, like Miyu Yamashita, who was able to cruise around the golf course, she was posting a good score, and then she got yanked off the 17.
I know, and isn't on the green at 17 either. And like I say, she'll become all the more aware of her position, that she's tied for the lead throughout this suspension as well, which can go both ways.
Well, we very much hope to bring you coverage of the conclusion of the Maybank Championship. But right now, play is suspended in the final round. Co-leaders on 18 under par, Miyu Yamashita and Hannah Green. But do stay with us. It's going to be an exciting, nail-biting finish here in Malaysia. Well, we're delighted you can join us for the conclusion of the 2025 Maybank Championship. Play was suspended at 1 o'clock local time. It's now just coming up to 2 o'clock. And these are the contenders. An awful lot has happened throughout the course of this final round. There's only a handful of holes remaining. Kate Burton in the commentary box alongside me, Ali Whittaker, and the former world #1 and major champion So-yeon Yu. A pleasure to welcome you ladies as Ewan Porter is out on the course. And with this break, that certainly would have played into the hands of He-Jin Choi, who's been struggling today, the overnight leader who had the lead by 4 strokes, and that lead has vanished.
It has, courtesy of 3 bogeys in 4 holes from 9 onwards, and some bad decisions made down the 12th hole. And I think it would have been a very welcome break for her as she was moving in the backwards fashion, So-yeon on the leaderboard.
Yeah, she actually really needed time to regroup and then think more clearly instead of think about like why I have done that mistake sort of stuff. So I think this is what it was positive suspended for He-Jin. Yan Liu gonna go first.
And a perfect angle, so Yan. 125 to the flag. Got a little bit of a ridge behind it, a little slope to the right of it. Good hard wedge. Clean strike, it's flying a little long.
It's a proper Sunday pin, this, on 14. That is going to be a rapid putt back down the slope for Yan Liu.
Hannah Green, our co-leader, has an awkward chip from behind this green as well, if you're just joining us. And now it's Hye-Jin Choi's turn.
Wouldn't she love to utilise that slope and feed one in there to about 2 or 3 feet? Wedge as well. And this two flying just a little past it.
Oh, it's a super shot, though. And there's a chance for Hye-Jin Choi. Only one birdie on the scorecard for the South Korean. That came at the 8th, and she's languishing at 2 over par for the day. Another player who's made a move up the leaderboard is Ayaka Footaway. It's been a great day for her. 3 under par.
Here on the tee at 15, is that heading left? Sure is. Wait till we pan out. Up over the ridge, about halfway. The high camera angle flattens things, because that will be significant coming next.
We've seen some of the putt from the left side of it, and there was really quick putt.
Well, we're going to jump ahead now to the group that features Miyu Yamashita, because this player has been making some big strides up the leaderboard. She has been in brilliant form. She's managed to just fly under the radar as well. She started the day 8 shots off the lead, but she is 7 under for the round. No drop shots. She's on the 17th. And really, there's no big crowds following her. She can play her own game. And she was cruising, wasn't she? Finding form at a brilliant time, So-yeon.
She also didn't have any pressure on her shoulder. She just playing with very much of freedom. Right now, it's a different story. She knows she's one of the leader of this tournament.
We'll come back to her in just a few moments' time.
Well, here is the aforementioned chip ahead of Hannah Green.
And Ali, she has the putter out. I cannot believe it. This is fraught with danger. She knows what she's doing, so I don't want to speak too soon. But she's 8 to 10 feet off the putting surface, and for 9 feet of it, she's going through quite thick Bermuda rough. If she uses the sand wedge, I'm not sure she could stop it before the water going at the flag, which is why she's using this club.
What a shot to have to wait over.
Fraught with danger.
Gonna have to sit down.
It was
pretty good.
Yeah, it was a smart choice. Maybe she was literally thought about this shot for like 45 minutes when they were on the clubhouse.
Well, those are the conditions that we have here. That Bermuda grass is difficult. How about this for Gino at 15?
Club face open. Needs height. Gets it. Very tidy work there.
That's a very clever shot from Gino, taking the slope out of the equation by taking the aerial route. For birdie, for Miyu Yamashita, and for the outright lead.
That was so close.
Whose position would you like to be in? I mean, Yamashita, as I say, is cruising right now. She's got the 18th to come, birdieable hole. She has the lead on 18 under. Hannah Green obviously has this alongside her on 18 under, has a lengthy par putt to come. But this now, this putt, Ewan, talk us through it.
Well, we've seen it several times today, haven't we, where players have had putts down the ridge, sometimes even up and over a couple of them. And we mentioned at the start of the day how there were some terrific pins out here that was going to really play into the hands of risk-reward style golf. But this is an extremely difficult lag putt. You've got to hit it to that first ridge. It'll pick up pace and move right.
All about pace.
Well, the hole was the only way to stop the ball. So difficult. These greens are rapid today, especially when you're working off the different slopes as well. That's a proper Sunday pin. Let's join Footaway up ahead on 15. It's a birdie putt from long range, So-yeon.
It's going to be extremely good to putt if she's able to finish within 2 putt, even birdie, even with the 1 putt. Should go a little more.
Nowhere near high enough then. Almost had to go up to the fringe.
Yeah, it's almost probably like she needed to chip it to get really close to pin.
So she's in that group, including Se-Young Kim and Yan Liu at 2 back.
Three of them all still have a chance right now.
Well, we've asked you to get involved as fans of the LPGA throughout the course of this week, and the question we asked today was who will win the Maybank Championship. At the beginning of the day, 71% of you said He-Jin Choi. Look how much that has swung. It is now 48%. A lot of traffic coming from Thailand, a lot of fans who will be thrilled to see Gino's progress and march up the leaderboard. But 48% of you do believe that Gino, after finishing runner-up the last couple of years, has a chance to lift the trophy today. And there is still a chance for you to get involved. So take out your mobile phone, scan the QR code. We'd love to hear from you.
Lim Kim, this is her par putt on 15. This was very important putt to climb up to the leader.
That's a huge putt. The putter went a little bit cold around the turn. She had some chances, but has equipped herself brilliantly today.
So swift. This just get it to the top of the ridge for He-Jin Choi. It is for birdie.
Such a tough putt to make a birdie today.
And even then, it's still not stone dead. Let's go back to 17. This for par for Yamashita.
No problems. The best putter on tour this year, certainly from 10 to 15 feet. So she will march confidently to the 18th. 24 years old, 1 win on the LPGA, but did we mention the 13 victories on the Japan Tour?
Which is phenomenal. It's got to be really big up and down for Hannah Green.
Huge putt, and her lead remains intact. She has company alongside Yamashita, but 18 under is setting the pace. And we've only got a few holes remaining. Good to see the fans have still stayed, and they want to cheer their favourite players down the stretch.
Be an excellent 2-putt for Ayaka Fudue. We shouldn't bet against her, should we? Not with the flat stick in hand. That was seriously good there at 15.
Still very much in with a chance. As well as this player. This needs to go in. Yan Liu.
Really good 2-putt too. Just they're all really great putter.
Yeah, it's hard to appreciate just how skillful they are with all clubs. This player is very skillful with a fairway wood. One of the longer players on tour, Brooke Henderson, going for it on 18, the par 5.
Great second shot. She's gonna have an eagle putt.
So that's interesting for us. We know that for the medium-long hitters, eagle is in play down the last, like it has been for many days. This a test for He-Jin Choi. This time she's up for it.
Looking at the body language, it's not the same as when she started the day.
Definitely not. This is for Gino. Yep, that's good 3 for Gino on 15.
Trailing by 1, the world #1. Good illustration here, Ali So-yeon, of just how the days and the hole locations have made the hole slightly more difficult.
And where you want to be to round 4 today is just short of it. The left side of the green over where round 3 was, it will be no fun. We've just seen that from Ayaka Fudue, who made a great escape. Now Hannah Green.
5-iron. You can get it close to this flag if you use the ridge just left of it.
Sends it deep for the second hole in a row, Hannah Green.
She only gonna have about like 4 yards to working with. It's gonna be an interesting shot to see again.
I think she loved that.
Yeah.
Off the club. A little less so now.
But she did an amazing up and down at the last hole.
Yeah, that was exceptional. There you see the difference from the front to where the hole is located. Just over 20 yards.
Ideally, just players need to land it about like 10 yards short and let it roll up instead of trying to land it on the top of the tier.
Well, I can't see what club Yan Liu has changed back to, but the breeze today, well, certainly right now, is a little bit different to how it's been earlier on today. It's helping off the left, and I'm sure Hannah Green couldn't feel that back on the tee. In fact, a lot of players have struggled with the breeze here this week. But like Soyeon said, you want to land this 5-8 yards short of the flag, and it will release. Needs to put one in close. Good looking shot, just right of it.
Oh, Ewan, that is a terrific shot. That's one of the best that we've seen today. Excellent chance of a 2 to come for Yan Liu. She's 2 back. A couple further back is Akie Iwai. Oh, how good was that?
It's a really great fairway bunker shot.
Most difficult shot to play in golf. That length of shot with a lie, a sandy lie, shows how skillful she is.
Yes, it was a horrible leave, but she's extricated herself well and has a chance to come. We'll go back to 15 with Hye-Jin Choi.
I believe she has 6 iron as well. Carry number here about 175. Breeze helping off the left. This one hanging a little right of it.
That's going to hold up. It will, and in a similar position to where Gino was a few moments ago. So there's a considerable shoulder. Can't quite see it on television, that angle, but it does slope away. Brilliant sandy second shot from Iwai. This to get to 15. What a 3.
Really great birdie. It was also great bounce back after bogey on 15.
Another strong showing from Akie Iwai, sister of Chisato, both of them playing this week. 2 players at the top, 18 under par, only a handful of holes remaining. It's exciting here in Malaysia.
Gino Titikun for her tee shot on 16.
No driver today. It is tight water flanking the left side of this hole. Bunkers down the right, and that is where Gino has found herself. So difficult to pick a spot from the tee. We've seen several players come unstuck.
Especially when a lot of the bunkers on the right and water hazard on the left.
You need to be really specific with your target from this back tee box. Fairway sits across you on an awkward angle. Off it goes for Ailim Kim. Always love how she gets on her left side. Beautiful load on the way back. And a transfer, but that's in the sand as well.
Right bunker has been popular spots for players.
Doesn't get any easier with the second coming from that bunker with that water just to the left of the flag. But one of the most rhythmical swings on tour for Footaway. It is fascinating to see her warm up because what she has in her golf bag is a baseball bat, and it's a heavy bat, and it just helps with a bit of flexibility and loosening the muscles in the morning. Did you carry one of those, Soyeon?
Shen Shenfeng used to carry it.
Okay, more baseball bats than we knew. That is the ball of Ayaka Footaway, who finds the fairway, albeit a very narrow stretch of land, on 16.
That was quite dangerous. I stopped breathing for a while.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the most distinctive trophies in golf, and it's the Maybank Championships eye-catching Tiger Trophy. It weighs close to 7 kilos. Crafted from pewter, designed by Maybank, and crafted by Royal Selangor. And the tiger is part of the Malaysian coat of arms. Beautiful trophy. The big question is, who's going to be lifting it come day's end?
And we might not know till the final putt. Brooke Henderson hopes this is hers for eagle at 18. Comes up just shy. It's still a very good effort from all the way back there. Choi, 15. Nice touch. Get some really sandy, thin lies around those bunkers.
This is Elim Kim for her second shot.
Got to clip it perfectly.
To be honest, judging by character, Elim is the one who enjoys the most right now out there.
Yep, thriving under the pressure.
Brooke Henderson for her birdie.
A lovely two-putt, a lovely birdie to finish the Canadians' campaign. 10 under par. Third round was the best of 68. But Brooke, superstar from Canada, and ever popular in this part of the world on this Asian swing of the LPGA Tour.
Very quick once it gets on the green here. Difficult to stop.
It did stop.
Eventually, but we'll leave a long putt coming back. She's been sweating over some pars the last 2 holes. Hannah Green, 216. Titigan.
So difficult. Clipped it too cleanly. Went for it, Gino, and that is in the drink. Well, fans believed that Gino was going to lift the trophy. She's going to require a magician's hand, but that is an excellent par from Hannah Green.
So impressive to see her scrambling. Last hole was really amazing up and down.
Crucial par save then from Hannah Green to remain in the lead.
Footaway with a chance still to maybe pick up one here at 16. Titigan faltering.
Super tee shot from Yan Liu, Ewan.
Wasn't it ever, and she needed it. Great opportunity here, a really good look back up the hill, and got a good look at Choi's chip shot as it was dying as well. Just a little bit of movement from her right to left. She missed so many opportunities on the front 9 today, really the first 10 or 11 holes. She's still right there. She pours this in.
Well, there have been very few 2s at the 15th. This would be a great time to strike and to get within 1.
She's found it as well. The day not yet done for Yan Liu.
Brilliant. Nerves are still. What competitive spirit she has for a player outside the top 100 in the world. To the drop zone it is for Gino, going in the water with the second. What an entertainer.
She was gonna hold chip in with the par.
That is costly. It's going to be a drop shot for Gino. Let's go now to the 18th, the par 5 on the tee with the co-leader, Yamashita.
She needs to finish the final hole with the birdie to wait others.
Guys, I'm gonna need you to slide over.
Good tee shot.
One more.
She's going to have about 230 yards to the front from there, so decisions will be on their mind as they stride on down to it. Hye-Jin Choi for par, 15.
Well, it's a solid par. Started the day 4 ahead, now trailing by 1. Can she dig deep over the 3 closing holes to find a way to win?
She needs to.
Player with the most top 10 since 2022 without a win. 28 top 10s without a win for Choi.
Now A-Lim Kim to tie the lead. Just changed its mind at the end. Beautiful effort. She had 5 birdies, just the one dropped shot that came down the 12th today. But has looked rock solid, So-Yeon.
A-Lim Kim's game, yeah, it is. Also, her confidence level looks very high.
Yeah, she is supremely confident and clearly relishes this situation.
The race for the 2025 Aon Risk Reward Challenge is down to the final 3 events of the season, with Gino Titikin and A-Lim Kim battling for the title of champion. Gino Titikin currently holds the edge, driven by her go-for-green strategy and elite play on the greens. While A-Lim Kim has relied on a tactical tee-to-green approach and her driving distance on reachable par 5s to propel her into second place coming down the stretch. All season long, these contenders have made better decisions to put themselves in position for the Aon Trophy and the $1 million prize. Will Gino Titikin repeat, or will A-Lim Kim complete the season-long comeback? May the better decision maker win.
Oh, this is a pretty intimidating tee shot coming down the stretch here at number 16. 243 to the right bunker. 264 to the second bunker, and this is a very aggressive line. It should be great.
Yes, you're in the middle of the fairway.
Up ahead on the green, foot away. This to get within 1. Thought about it, ran over the left edge.
Okay, back to the tee. And Hannah Green.
5 wood in hand. I'd imagine that her line will be a little right of Yan Liu's. And it is. That's a good strike. It should be on the fairway.
Yeah, good tee shot.
This is Gino for bogey.
After venturing into the water with the second, it is a costly bogey at the crucial stages of this championship. She's going to have to finish strong.
Birdie Eagle still up for play. It would take 2 exceptional shots, really 3 down the last to find one. But Birdie Purdy, very much so, still a chance. Now Choi on the tee.
And this one on a similar line to Hannah Green's. Should find the short grass.
I think it was a smart play for Hye-Jin. She cannot play too aggressive right now. She has been struggling with her tee shot. So that was a very good play.
A-Lim took her time over that par putt, but safely. And Gino did finish birdie, birdie, birdie yesterday. So, and with her distance, we know she can get home in 2 on the par 5 as well. Foot away. Made her par on 16. This is on 17, and Akie Iwai enters the fray. Back-to-back birdies. The challenges are coming from all corners of the course.
This is Miyu Yamashita. She's waiting for her second shot on 18.
She's going to try and chase it up through the mouth of the green.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Waiting on the group ahead at the moment.
It's congested at the top. Is there going to be a late twist? We thought Heartbreak Choi was really going to walk off with the trophy at the beginning of the day. Started so well, but it's definitely not to be. Yamashita on 18 has the lead with Hannah Green. Well, let's go back now down the fairway on the 16th, the final group.
Yeah, 3 good tee shots here, Kate. What a fun pin this one is, only 5 on and 4 from the left. I think I certainly favour Heartbreak Choi and Hannah Green here. I feel Yan Liu is probably a little bit close, and she also has a pretty ordinary lie in the middle of the fairway, if that makes sense. It's very grainy, but 94 yards for Heartbreak Choi. It's just a sand wedge. Should be able to create a little spin from here.
Great shot, Hejin. It's a good opportunity to join to 18 under par group. Aditi Ashok on 18. Good way to finish the round.
And one of the most engaging and likeable players on tour. Utterly charming, Aditi Ashok. It's been a good week with her dad on the bag.
Yes, also named Ashok. They're a good pair, actually. Ends at 10 under par.
Celine in 2023, Ronnie in 2024. Who's it going to be this year? Ailin Kim, giving herself every chance. Yan Liu, an unexpected champion, but she's played absolutely brilliantly. Heartbreak Choi had the lead, relinquished it. Can she find it again? Hannah Green, brilliant on this Asian swing, looking for win number 7. Amu Yamashita, the AIG Women's British Open champion, playing an incredible final round. Could she rally from 8 back to lift the trophy?
Heartbreak Choi already did a really good second shot. It's going to be Hannah Green now.
82 yards here. Her lob wedge goes 80. She's going to have to step on this lobby to get it there. And it is straight at the flag, but it has to go.
Oh, that would have been a nervy moment for Hannah Green.
And for her friends and family. Husband Jared Felton is out here this week. This is 8 against the collar too. So we go to 17, Ailin Kim.
Iron off the tee.
Purely for accuracy.
Yeah, a couple of players have taken driver down the left and flown it over the ravine. Gives it a much better angle for the second. Yeah, I can see Footaway's wondering what to play.
67 yards here, a very ordinary lie, and like I thought, she's hit this heavy. It was right against the grain.
That's not a great break for Yan Liu.
Yan Liu also needs to make some birdies to join with the leaders.
And she'll be struggling for par there. Further down, it is an iron for Titikin as well.
Driving iron for Gino. And that's fine. You know, we're coming to the closing stages here, but it's still really hard to pick a winner. It really is anyone's game.
Do you want to have a go, So Young?
It's just race is really hot right.
Liu.
Nice touch. Best she can escape with on 16 is a par. But this now is the ball of Hannah Green. Up against that first cut.
And blading the sand wedge, Kate, this is the right play.
Nicely done, Hannah Green.
If she goes on to win the up and downs at 14, 15, and this is going to be 16, they're kind of her winning moments. You know, it really doesn't matter what happens next. She's kept herself right in this. She has tapped in. They're at 16 as we go to 18 and Ina Yoon, her second. Pin middle right today.
Good one.
Two good big hits from the South Korean. Eagle opportunity to come.
Good second shot angle for Gino. And great birdie opportunity.
Absolutely brilliant, delivering for the crowds that have come out in their droves to watch the world number one. She moves the needle, so entertaining. What a bounce back from the drop shot on 16.
With one near-on perfect swing, Gino Titikin is back in the game here in Malaysia.
Hye-Jin Choi for birdie.
And this is a great opportunity, So Young. Not a whole lot in this down the hill.
Yay, great birdie!
She gets it, and she gets back to the top. She has company this time with Yamashita and Green, but Hye-Jin Choi digs deep. Now, during that quiet hour where players were evacuated off the course due to poor weather, she had a good chat with herself. That will have lifted her spirits no end. Been tested so much throughout the course of this final round, but finds a putt when she really needs it. Three-way share of the lead at the top.
Tester for Liu. No problem.
Lim Kim, her second shot. Started a little left. Faded back nicely, but didn't stop it quite quickly enough. She loves to fist bump.
She does. Yeah, she really gets into the spirit of it. And the crowds absolutely love it. It's a wonderful hole, this, the 17th, with that ravine cutting across the fairway.
Bisected fairways. So, and we're seeing way more hit iron, I think, than we have in the previous days as well. We saw Aylin, we saw Gino Titikin, when some of those players might have been tempted to go down the left-hand side, but maybe the flag today makes the difference.
Yes, it is. Today, definitely the right side of the fairway is definitely the place you want to be. You will have a better angle from the right fairways instead of left fairways. Hye-Jin Choi has been hitting driver towards the left fairway. It's going to be interesting to see what club choice she's going to have.
And as she's learned today, it does all come down to decisions.
Ooh, she picked the driver again today.
Well, I do like this play. The only thing is, all 3 days she has found that left-hand fairway. But if she pulls, obviously if she pushes it right, she's going to find the water. If she bails out and misses this left in the left rough, she's got no shot at all towards the flag and will have to hit it to 30, 40 feet at best. So it is paramount that she finds the short grass for this club.
And she has had the lefts with it on the back nine, Ewan.
Exactly, yeah, she missed 3 in a row, didn't she? It is a helping breeze. Can she come up clutch? No, this is miles left again. Miles left.
My goodness.
I am speechless right now.
That's over by 12.
Yeah.
All right, quickly to 18. Third ahead for Yamashita.
This needs to settle. There's a birdie putt to come. It would be to finish on 19 under and post the clubhouse target. And then all she can sit and do is wait. What an ascent up the leaderboard in this final round. Came from nowhere.
I definitely did not expect this morning.
Let's driver up for Yan Liu as well.
And don't mind this play in this position. She needs a birdie finish, one would think. As I mentioned, helping breeze this down the right side of that left fairway. Oh, that is perfect.
That's a fantastic drive from Yan Liu.
Looks like Hannah didn't pick up the driver.
No, and this is the wise play. You want to hit it, if you're taking it down the right fairway, 220, 225 is about the limit you want to hit it. Down the left-hand side. Oh.
Oh, Hannah. Oh, Hannah. The leader, the co-leader, into the ravine alley. We'll come back to that in a moment. What was she thinking?
Up ahead at the green. This will be slick for Alim Kim, but it is for a share of the lead at 18 under par.
She is loving this. Absolutely thriving.
She's truly enjoying this moment for sure.
Birdie putt missed her, par putt to come. This is an eagle putt though for Ina Yun to jump to 16 under par. Had a good chance. It's fantastic that the crowds have stayed. We did have an hour where play was suspended due to thunder and lightning, but everybody's back out. It's certainly, the sauna is back up and running. But good crowds, as we've come to expect at these Maybank Championships, the third year.
So it will be the par putt of Alim Kim before the birdie putt to come of Gino Tidikin.
And it safely goes. To the 18th she will march, one shot back. Par 5 awaits.
To which we go now.
Huge putt for Yamashita. This for the outright lead. Set the clubhouse target and finish on 19 under par. She has been brilliant from that distance, the rookie, all throughout the course of this year.
This is the difference between when you're playing with the freedom and then when you're playing with the pressure.
Still, an exceptional final round. Let's not take anything away from the 65 no-drop shots, 7 birdies on the scorecard. She has the lead, 18 under it is. All she can do is wait.
Is to get within one for Gino Tidikin. No mistake made.
Great bounce back as well. Runner up twice. Or should be third time lucky. A drop it's going to be now for Hannah Green, going into the penalty area, playing her third. One of the co-leaders.
And important to remember here, Kate, that she is a great wedge player. She's got 117. It probably will be a full wedge for Hannah. Knock this close, get your par. One would think she's not going to be worse than tied for the lead playing the last.
93 front, 108 to pin.
Well, this will be a lovely way to finish for Ina Yun with a birdie at the 18th.
Would have seen it breaking left to right on the way through, so right to left coming back. Into the grain.
Good two-putt and creeps into the top 10. Draws up alongside Lydia Ko on 15 under par, round of 68 for Ina.
Back to Hannah Green.
115, perfect pitching wedge number. The flag only 3 from the left. Looks good for distance.
It's solid, but it's a par putt to come now. And to remain at the top of the leaderboard as well. Well, all of these shots are becoming so crucial. We're getting to the tight end, the pointy end of the leaderboard, and it's all to play for. 3 players on 18 under par, including this Japanese superstar. Hard to believe she's a rookie, but also a major champion on the LPGA Tour. Just 24 years old, the world number 6, has scribbled her name next to a 65. Her job is done. All she can do is wait. Will it be good enough? Will Hannah hold on? Will Herjin dazzle? It's great, and we're glad you could join the action in the final round.
Oh, this is a massive break, having a shot here from 110 for Herjin Choi.
And the lie really wasn't too bad, but she's hit that very heavy.
Herjin. This is a round that could play with her mental health.
Well, you know, all golfers having a tough time out there. But Herjin's definitely having a little bit more struggle today.
I think it's playing with Soyeon's mental health. Go to 18, second on the way. Always such a dynamic swing from Roning Yin.
Well, a solid defence of her title. 23 under Ronnie was last year when she lifted the Tiger Trophy. Has been playing well. So a solid showing this week in Malaysia.
Oh, that was 55 yards and a severe miscue.
That came out of nowhere for Yan Liu.
I don't think 55 yards is good yardage to hit that pin. I'm not so sure about her decision from the teeing ground.
I hear you. She was almost too close, and an awkward length, especially with the left flag when you don't want to pull it short side yourself. And she's going to have a really tricky job two-putting that from back there.
Se-Yeon Kim.
Will the lucky red trousers help get this close? Yes, they will. Brilliant shot. Crowd like that, So-Yeon.
Of course, you know. It's actually really enjoyable to play Se-Yeon's game. She's quite aggressive players.
Yeah, set the LPGA record, finishing on 31 under when she won the Thornbury Classic. Well, this is changing throughout the course of the day. It's swinging in favour of Gino Titican. At the beginning of the day, 71% of you said Herjin Choi is going to win. Gino out in front on 46%. Hannah Green now 17%. There is still a chance. We want to hear from you. There's still a good deal of golf to come. And it is very, very close at the top. 6 players within 1. Do we say the word playoff? Is that premature?
It's probably pretty apt at the moment, given how stacked this leaderboard is. All right, we're here with one of our trio of leaders in Herjin Choi.
And has drawn a good lie, Ali, on a little upslope. That will help her.
Exquisite. Deft touch.
Really great up and down for sure.
So it looks like it will be a par for Herjin Choi. Work to do, though, for Hannah.
Work to do as well from back there for Yan Liu. It is birdie putt coming for her, but still a lengthy one. This looks awkward at 18. Has no angle here, Paula Rito in the rough. What can she conjure up? A fourth coming next, I'm afraid. Just not the place to be over there. So we are seeing the do's and don'ts down the final hole.
It's been a frustrating day for Paula. A few too many drop shots in her final round campaign. Well, let's join Ronnie.
Gripping down on this just a touch to take some of the heat off it. He has about 45 yards.
That's a good chance. World number 7 was as high as 2 earlier in the year for Ronnie. Tough at the top, especially when you got Japanese rookies winning majors and 27 different winners in a remarkable year on the LPGA Tour. Such is the depth of talent. Crazy.
It really is. Boggles the mind. Back to 17 in Yan Liu. Needs to send this up high on the right side. The finest of margins separates the best players in the world. And that is a testament to that statement there. For Yan Liu, how did that stay up?
A very important part for Hannah Green to remain in a share of the lead, but a lackluster putting stroke.
Which really all feeds back to the drive. One execution error, very costly. Now she is chasing, heading down the last.
Hannah's got the firepower to get home in 2 on 18. That's one consolation. Rito trying to find the 18th green. Unfortunately, her third rolled back down the slope.
Really good bunker shot for poor Lorito. It's a reachable par 5, so players has been waiting.
Now there's a big hold up on 18. So Gino and caddy Gong, they've been a dynamic duo for the last few years. Got the fan out, keeping cool.
They're like a brother and sister. Should I say like uncle and cousin? I don't know. Like brother and sister.
Yeah,
Depends on the age gap.
Great combo, that's for sure. Now this will be a lovely way to finish for Ronnie.
This for 3 birdies in a row to end her Maybank campaign.
Right on line. Not 3 birdies, but birdie, birdie, par. No more for Ronnie this year at the Maybank Championship. 4 solid days of golf, 14 under par. She'll be back next year. Her ever faithful caddy, Dave Jones. They've been a good partnership as well.
Se-Young Kim now. Good way to finish.
What a good run of form as well from Se-Young Kim. Victorious a couple of weeks ago at the BMW Ladies. All 4 rounds in the 60s. She gets to 17 under. You feel she's going to be 1 shy.
Yeah, well, she definitely will be with you mashed up, locked in at 18. But the question is, you know, will that be a share of second? What can the leaders do on the same number? Bear in mind that Titikin, Kim, Liu, Green and Choi still have 18 to play and an opportunity in their hands.
A par at the end for Rito, an entertaining par. 3 good days, 1 frustrating one, so you're on round of 73 to finish with, that's still managing a smile. It is close at the top, the final stages of the Maybank Championship. Yamashita in the clubhouse, her job is done. Plenty of play still to come. 18 under leads the way.
Second here for Lydia Ko. Oh, come out of that plug mark. It seemed to have, couldn't see it in it, but it's deep. Huge hold up. Oh, what a nightmare for Hye-Jin Choi, who's struggling for momentum, and that's going to make it even harder now. EY.
Easiest hole on the golf course, the 18th. Good chance of getting home in 2. EY on the upslope, still not a bad position from there.
Saying all you want, though, in the share of the lead is to be able to go to the next tee and send it.
For sure. You don't want to waiting for a long time and then having a lot of thought in your head.
Messes with your rhythm. Yeah, like you say, opens the door for the thoughts that you want to keep out. Now, Lynn Grant, her second shot on drive down there.
That was a bit of too much draw.
Well, on a day that promised so much for Lynn Grant. It's a funny old game, isn't it? When you want it so badly. It's a fabulous finishing hole, the 18th. Talk us through it.
Well, most of the players have no trouble, Soyeon, getting past these 2 bunkers, but you do want to get down close enough to try and reach into.
I think a lot of the players gonna go to try get home for 2 for sure, but today's pin position is quite tucked into the right. So you probably want to use that slope to get close to pin.
Feed it up through the entrance, short of this green if you can. Back on the tee, it's Gino Titikin, who needs birdie, if not better.
She smashed it.
Absolutely. Looks like it's taken the far shoot as well.
Left side of the fairway is the best angle to get close to the pin.
Alam Kim has the length, though, to get home in 2. And then some. Can she conjure up a little of what she had yesterday with an eagle 3? Recent memory, she too needs a birdie, if not more.
Well, we're coming up to 5 to 3 local time, and the drama continues to build. Players were evacuated off the course at 1 o'clock. They came back at 2 o'clock. And the play will continue to its conclusion. It is too tight to call a champion right now. 2 players locked on 18 under. Yamashita in the clubhouse. Choi still out on the course. And other contenders as well.
Ayaka Furuway might gonna have a chance if she's gonna finish with an eagle and wait for it.
They seem to like it behind the tee, yes. Her eagle, although that did take an almighty kick forward, might come with a wedge in hand. She doesn't have the length of some of the others trying for the same result down the last. We'll see.
All three of them is on the left side of the green. Iwaya Kie for her third shot. Her best bet is to make this chip and waiting on the clubhouse. Not quite an eagle, but it's good opportunity to make a birdie.
And there's a great deal to admire about her game, and indeed her sisters as well. What an exciting future they have. What an exciting week next week when the tour heads to Japan for the Toto Japan Classic.
Lynn Grant next.
Has pretty much all the green to work with from over there.
I want to say probably about good 20 yards bunker shot.
And that bunker has a lot of sand in it as well. So expect a bit more of a blast and run.
That's the way to play. Let it run.
Great course management there. And that's much better from Lynn Grant. And a struggle on Sunday for the Swede. Look at this wonderful technique, Soyeon.
She just kept that hinging for a long time and release it right after she hit the ball. She just wanted to have a little bit more fat contact to make sure she's not going to creating a lot of spin. And Lydia, she loves to move her weight towards the left a little bit more when she does her bunker shot. She used a little bit different skill. She wanted to get it in the high up and then more spin.
Still a good result.
And that's why slightly on the upslope.
Yeah, she didn't release her hinging even after she hit the ball. So for that, she was able to creating more spin, more height. Probably more sand.
Well, ever popular wherever she goes. What a classy player and one of the best ambassadors in the women's game. Everything she has achieved, you can see the Olympic rings on her right bicep. Because not only has she won an Olympic gold medal, Soyeon.
She literally won everything. Gold, silver, bronze. According to Shenshen, bronze is rose gold, silver is white gold. So she has won 3 gold medals. If we are going to apply the Shenshen's theory.
It is remarkable as well. In 3 successive Olympics, on 3 different continents. I'm not sure we'll ever see the likes of it ever again.
Her dad is here this week, so he'll be watching on with great pride. Doesn't normally travel to that many tournaments with her. He's been enjoying the Malaysian culture, but what a measure of pride he will take in seeing his daughter, 28 years old now, Lydia Ko, a winner at the beginning of this year on the Asian Swing in Singapore, and tied for 11th here in 2023.
It's going to be a quick putt, and he's going to turn a lot to the right. Lydia also have a wide stance to make sure she's always keeping putter head low to the ground. Great birdie.
An excellent Sandy up and down on 18, much to the delight of the crowd. A good weekend for Ko. 68, not enough, but 4 solid rounds for Lydia.
Now it's time for Akiya Iwai.
It's a bright future Ali, isn't it? The two sisters here competing most weeks. They love their golf. If they're not playing on the LPGA, they're playing on the JLPGA. This now for birdie on what would be a solid week.
And what bright sparks they are as well. Love the game, and we love watching them. Great final four there for Kia Ewhite.
It's going to be easy cleanup for Lynn Grant. In front of a lot of spectators out there.
Who are sticking around. They're still none the wiser as who will take home the trophy later on today.
A struggle today for Lynn, a day she would rather forget, but the first 3 days, very good indeed. We're going to go back now and have a look at the tee shots. Titikan, Footaway and A-Lim Kim. Certainly Titikan is in the go zone, just 200 yards left for her. A-Lim Kim, 225, but she's got the firepower.
She needs to hit a little bit of a cut shot, but now her ball is a little above her fit. And seems like it's a bit downslope as well.
So easy to push these off this lie when you're trying to cut it as well.
She aimed a little bit to the left, but ball started to right. I want to say better to be in the bunker instead of finished before the bunker.
A huge amount of green to work with down the right-hand side as well.
Ayaka also going to go for the green.
It really is amazing. Two groups left on the course, 6 players all have a chance. Footaway needs eagle, needs a good shot here.
That's a big hit from Footaway, leaving nothing behind. And she does still have a chance to draw up alongside the clubhouse leader, Yamashita. Now, what would Yamashita be doing right now? Well, think about that as we watch this second now. Just an iron in hand for Gino.
Hiding maybe in the quiet of the range. A place of solace. Everyone watching here at 18.
Gino had a best angle to get close to the pin.
Well, up and down from Gino to join the lead. She knows this hole well. She knows this golf course very well indeed, and she has played it brilliantly over the years. It really is hard to believe that she hasn't won here. Yeah, she has been 70 under par for her last 11 rounds. I mean, it's just incredible, isn't it? How comfortable she feels at home here, how much the fans adore her.
Okay, back to the tee we go with the final group, and Hye-Jin Choi on it with driver out.
And she's just been taking about 10 to 15 practice swings left-handed, just to loosen up and even out those muscles before this final tee shot. It's been some 12 to 15 minutes they've been waiting on this tee, and as you saw from Gino in front, if you can take it down that left half, that'll give you the best chance of getting that speed slot. Missed her last 4 drivers left. This one's down the right-hand side.
That's absolutely fine, Ewan. And now the turn of Yan Liu.
Certainly wouldn't rule out Yan Liu at this point. She can smoke the golf ball off the tee. Been driving it pretty well today.
One back.
Certainly went after that one, starting it down the left side. Oh, this is perfect.
Part 1 done. A 4 to get to 18 under. Meanwhile, Hannah Green now on the tee, also trailing by 1.
It's to starting left, but it's moving further left. Oh, it's hit the cart path.
Could be a break. Well, the crowd saw it. They'll know exactly where it's ended up. We will find out and let you know. But it is so close. It is really hard to pick a winner. 18 under leads the way. An eagle, though, you could jump to 19 under and take the trophy. It's all to play for here in the final round of the Maybank Championship.
Lim Kim's third shot. She doesn't have much room to work with. Ball went up high, but it will still be too long.
And that has to go in for Lim Kim.
And that is not the putt you want.
Made an eagle yesterday, Lim Kim. So stranger things have happened. Still having a great day.
I can tell, like, she's smiling all the time.
Two completely different characters. You look at Heartbreak Choi, you look at Lim Kim, both from South Korea. Totally different personalities.
Took the words out of both of our mouths, I think, there, Kate.
Now it's Gina's turn. If she is going to make this chip, it's going to be high chance to hold a trophy.
It's pretty good. But even for a player with her skills, that is going to be a testing birdie putt to come.
It is, especially with the quite a big break to the right.
And a must make to draw up alongside the clubhouse leader, Yamashita. What a super atmosphere around the 18th hole here at the Maybank Championship. It is very close indeed at the top. The par 5, a dramatic finishing hole, foot away, has this, an eagle opportunity now for the young Japanese player to leap to 18 under par and join the lead.
It's an uphill putt and about 20 yards long.
Well, she won't go wondering, will she? Gave it a really good go from back there. And it won't be enough this week for Ayaka Foodaway. If you went with us, Gino Tidikin chipped to, you can see her ball marker right between her feet. So around about 6 feet left ahead for her to try and get to 18 under par. Lim Kim with a birdie putt of her own, but much less makeable. It's about 25 feet. The bottom of the centre ridge. That 2 for birdie.
Now, while they work out their putts, the final group are back down on the fairway. We've got Yamashita, we assume, is on the driving range and keeping loose.
Maybe she took the rest a little bit, and then, like you said, Kate, and now she started to practice a little bit.
But it's going to be Lim Kim to play first. This is a must make. Huge putt yesterday from A-Lim Kim. This was 24 hours ago. And what was a brilliant day, a brilliant moving day at the Maybank Championship. Look at her emotion, how much it means to her, signing off with an eagle. Fast forward 24 hours. And this time it's for a birdie, but a crucial birdie to join the lead on 18 under.
She was a little too aggressive, but she knew she had to make it, so she didn't want to live short.
And you've got to love that about her. All she thought about was making that putt.
I think she would have jumped onto the balcony had it gone in. So much charisma.
Well, one of the most compelling and most exciting characters on the LPGA Tour. You've got to love the emotion. She gave it a run. It had a chance.
But with that, her run will come to an end. Because it's going to be par at best, which will be one shy of the clubhouse lead that belongs to Miyu Yamashita. I think she's going to be next to putt as well, so longer to wait for the likes of Gino Titikin, who does have a putt herself to tie the lead.
Maylim 4 under for the round today. She came out fast. She was holding everything on the front nine, and the putter went cold midway through the round. Rallied strong over the last couple of holes. But this now for par for the 2020 US Open champion. In it goes. A 5 in the end. Comes up short by one shot, but an entertaining player. An excellent third round of 64. A very solid weekend, 68. And she's relishing the crowds and appreciating their enthusiasm and passion for the game as well. It really is fantastic to see.
I think it's mutual. Now all eyes turn to Gino Titikin, and the putt ahead. A little left to right slide up. Just what you don't want from this range in this moment. So
Well, if I can avoid it, I definitely want to avoid it, but at the same time she has to make it to join the leader.
Otherwise history repeats, and it's another near miss for Gino Titikin at the Maybank Championship.
Number 1 in strokes gained putting on tour this year, the world number 1. And once again, sadly, much to the disappointment of Gino fans all around the world, not just here in Malaysia, Gino comes up shy. Second in 2023, second in 2024, and one shy in 2025. That was close.
It was very close.
But still, an entertainer, absolutely brilliant for the game, and she's only 22 years old.
Which is great for us. The decade of golf ahead of Gino Titikin to watch. 4 players remain on the golf course, only 3 can affect the outcome. And it's not a Ayaka foot away, this is for birdie.
Yep. Good birdie for Ayaka.
Yeah, good week indeed for Ayaka Footaway. 4 scores in the 60s, 16 under par. a job well done, and she'll be feeling very confident going into next week. And so, the stage is clear for the final group to make their way up the 18th. How far did Hannah Green hit that with a little bit of help from the cart path? That is where her ball ended up.
That changes everything. She's only going to have 6 or 7 iron.
That is bounce of the year off the cart path, bouncing it back onto the fairway.
Yan Liu first, though.
224, a terrific angle here. We'll be looking to try and slide this one in from left to right, but it's staying towards that left edge.
Go, go, go.
Well, green to work with for Yan Liu, plenty of it. It's not going to be an easy up and down.
Next up, Hye-jin Choi.
212, 194 to the front left corner of this green. That's where she has to be looking. 3 hybrid in hand. Oh, it's low and left.
There's a bunker over that way.
Just short of it, and I think that's a big break.
Oh, where Gino was moments ago.
I think it's actually on the other side of the bunker. I think it might be further back, but like Ewan says, you can get some really polarizing lies in that left trap. Saw how different Lynn Grant and Lydia Coase was.
So is this the luckiest bounce in golf?
Well, you think back to what happened on 13. Out of the rough, hits the flag. Now hits the cart path. Hannah Green, the stars aligning, perhaps.
Ewan, what a break.
It certainly is, and 99.99% of the field with their second shots here are looking to that left half of the green, and the fact that Hannah Green only has a 6 iron in here, she can go straight at it. A little bit of an upslope too will help her hoist this in the air. It is very high and she's posing on it, just left of it.
Right into the heart of 18, only an iron required after a 330-yard drive. It's been an adrenaline-filled final round for Hannah Green. Dropped a shot on 17 after driving it in the water. Hit the flagstick, as you say, Ali, on 13 to collect a birdie. That was a big break. And a huge break on 18 as well. Bouncing it off the car park straight onto the fairway. And then just an iron in hand, and Hannah has an eagle putt to come. An eagle in, and the trophy is hers.
So, and that's a walk that you know well. What are the caddies and players trying to keep their minds on?
I think they just want to stay in their own bubble. Just don't want to affected by other people's opinion, or see other players. Don't want to compare to yourself to your players, other players. So you just want to think about what kind of shot you want to do and make a decision and execute it.
Be decisive, I think. Even maybe, sometimes to a plan you're more comfortable with rather than the right shot. These choices that we've seen throughout the day have been all important around this layout. There'll be more to come here, green side at the par 5.
If Hye-jin able to make a birdie here, and if she's gonna lift the trophy, it's gonna be phenomenal for her, especially after all this roller coaster round today. All of them is looking for third shot. It's a bit of upslope for Hye-jin.
Yeah, we're getting a really good look of what is ahead here in 2. Hye-Jin Choi tied for the lead alongside Miyu Yamashita, who's done for the day. So up and down equals birdie.
We understand that Miyu Yamashita is in the clubhouse and she'll be watching keenly. These players can draw alongside her. 18 under. They are 1 back. But Hannah Green has a very good opportunity in close. Ewan, you're down there.
And the shot itself here for Hye-Jin Choi is not overly difficult. Plenty of green to work with, fairly straight up the hill. But this lie, it's dodgy at best. Very easy to chunk this, certainly under pressure.
Very similar as Gino's birdie putt.
Yeah, and that's not going to be easy for Hye-Jin Choi. Your heart goes out to her. She has been so good throughout the course of this week. She has got a chance, but the final round, when we thought at the beginning of the day she was going to put her foot down, maintain that dominance that she's displayed, all of these players have found their A game. They've been able to dig deep. It's been so entertaining.
Every hero has a struggle somewhere along the way, Kate. Now it's Yan Liu's turn.
Ali, this is a 7 out of 10 on the difficulty scale. Not a good lie. About 15 feet short of the hole, it'll go over a ridge and start swinging hard to the right.
It's going to have to sit down. Well, the one consolation, it's an uphill putt.
That's a positive way to think, that one for sure. Also, you know, her position was extremely tough extremely tough third shot position. So I want to say, I think that's A-. It's not like really bad shot, bad result.
Yes, but her best chance is to get to 18 under par, while the other 2 have a chance to get to 19. Still in play. And this is the eagle putt for Hannah Green. We'll have to work out how to be aggressive on this without being too much so, Ewan, because it does fall away past this pin position today.
Yes, it does. It's a big swinger from left to right, Ali, but 80% of this putt is uphill. It's only towards the end that it goes down the other side.
To post 19 under par.
Was a little bit too aggressive for Hannah. It's not an easy putt to come back.
So now their fates really rest in the hands of Hye-Jin Choi. 18, the best they can both do.
Yan Liu gonna go first.
I feel like this entire back nine, there's been about maybe 5 or 6 different scenarios that could play out on every single hole. The twists, the turns. This putt goes in, there's still the opportunity for a playoff for Yan Liu. And it's only straight back up the hill as well.
And this to apply a little bit of pressure as well to the putt coming for Hye-Jin Choi. This is for birdie. Same as Green, same as Liu. But they're trailing by 1. Keep herself in this. And it's not going to be enough for Yan Liu.
Yep, she stayed for tie for third right now.
Which, should she stay there, would be her best of the year so far. Hung tough. A couple of birdies coming late in the last 7 holes. Just not quite enough.
And now this is a moment for Hye-Jin Choi.
And to say she's done it the hard way today would be an understatement. What a fight it's been. And it's a very tricky putt. A couple of inches outside left. Very easy to miss this on the low side.
It all comes down to this for Hye-Jin Choi for the Maybank Championship.
Oh, it just went low again. Pretty much everyone have been missing to the low side from that putt.
Look how close it was. The drama is going to continue here in Kuala Lumpur. She's going to have to gather herself now. So, she has a 1.5 foot. Hannah Green has this to join Yamashita and Hye-Jin Choi. Rock solid from Hannah Green. And we're going to have more golf on the way, So-Yeon.
Yeah, we are. It's going to be most likely 3 players playoff coming up. This is par for Hye-Jin.
And she joins Yamashita and Green in extra time. We're going back to the tee, down 18. Final round of 73, not as desired for Hye-Jin Choi. 65 for that young woman in Miyu Yamashita. 68 in the end for Hannah Green. Very differing fates between the three. But they'll be all level going down the first playoff hole. The scoreboard resets, So-Yeon.
Yeah, and Hannah Green is the only one who made a birdie today on the last, and all three of them gonna go back to 18th tee. Oof, that was so close.
It's been a career of near misses so far for Hye-Jin Choi, not so for Hannah Green, who has 6 to her name on the LPGA.
That was a really big putt for Hannah. It wasn't an easy putt to do. When you know you have to make it to do something, to win, like to join the playoff, that's extremely tough nerve to dealing with.
And let's not forget, she got a huge break down 18. 330-yard drive, courtesy of the help from the cart path. I think you can go pick up those golf balls, Miyu.
Miyu Yamashita, Hannah Green, Hye-Jin Choi. It's gonna be hell of the playoff.
And it's the second playoff in 3 years at the Maybank Championship. And we are going into extra time. Yamashita has been off the course now for about 45 minutes. Will be back out on the golf course. 3 players on 18 under par. It's a playoff to come here in Malaysia.
Interesting this. She's still trying to get a couple of putts in, which tells me that maybe Miyu Yamashita was in the clubhouse waiting, and it's almost like she's putting the finishing touches on another warm-up here.
Her family aren't golfers. Her dad plays a little bit and he looks after her swing. So she doesn't work with a renowned coach, and it's a game that she has played throughout the course of her young life. And so brilliant. And it's interesting with the Japanese players. She's a bit like the Iwai sisters as well. They work with a local pro back at the range in which they practice. You know, so many of the players that we do know work with renowned golf coaches and surround themselves with a very good team. But they seem to work and stay in a very close community, the Japanese. And whatever they're doing it right. Because we've got two major champions this year who are both Japanese stars. Mao Saigo and Miyu Yamashita.
And now Miyu Yamashita is going to go to join the playoff. I'm actually surprised that she's not going to hit the ball yet.
Well, she might have been. It's tough to tell, but you do stay pretty warm at least in the heat here in Malaysia. Just waiting for her two opponents.
A lot has been happening in the last hour here at the Maybank Championship. We'll begin with Yamashita at the beginning of her round. Beautiful start, birdie at the first, and it was a birdie at the second. Started the day 8 back. And what a move, she made up the leaderboard.
And Gino Titicun, this is her first hole of the day. She had a really good angle to approach to the pin, and she did it beautifully.
Well, let's not forget the day of Yan Liu. Started with a par. Started with an iron shot like this as well down the second hole, where she took that flag on.
Well, one of the more experienced players on tour, Se Young Kim, got the measure of the greens. This was for birdie at the 6th hole. Was playing nicely up until this point, and with this putt going in, that moved to Se Young Kim to 14 under par.
This is Ayaka Furue. She actually started her round with the bogey on second, but bounced back nicely on third and made 2 birdies in a row.
It was a brilliant start to the day for Alim Kim. Birdie at 1, birdie at 3, birdie at 5. You can see a trend coming along. This was at 7. She found another there.
More good golf. Indeed, plenty of good golf throughout the course of this week from Akie Iwai for birdie at the 8th, ramming that one home. That moved the Japanese player to 15 under par.
Hye-Jin Choi had to wait a long time to make her first birdie of the day.
How about Hannah Green? This at 11. This was to tie the lead. It was a left to right slider, and it was good.
And at the 12th, Hye-Jin Choi made bogey on 9 and 10, was the dominant player, but relinquished the lead. Remember, she led by 4 at the beginning of the day, but this ended up in the water at the 12th. Managed to escape with a bogey, but then all of a sudden, with that lead imploding, all of these others could give chase, including Gino Titicun.
Gino's birdie putt wasn't easy. It was quite severe downhill birdie putt, but she made it beautifully.
We talked about the luck of Hannah Green. Obviously some good golf amongst the final round as well. But this was at 13. Hits the flag from out of position off the fairway. Gets a huge break there. Converted for a birdie as well.
That was a good break. At this point, though, Miyu Yamashita was able to just play. She was a couple of groups ahead. and be able to post a good number by hitting exquisite shots like that. That was into the heart of the 16th hole, and it was a birdie to come from Yamashita, moved her to 18 under par.
Gino Titikun had an iron shot for her tee shot, and this is her second shot. She almost made an eagle, but she finished the hole with the birdie.
And then down the last, how close it came for the title. Just not quite high enough.
But this was rock solid from Hannah Green. Had an eagle opportunity, ended up making the birdie and sends it into extra time. And so we have a three-way playoff between Miyu Yamashita, Hannah Green and Jin Choi. And it has started to rain. Ewan Porter is out there with this group on 18.
Well, I just started casually strolling back down the 18th fairway and the heavens have opened, and I thought it was raining pretty heavy until a local just drove past me and said, heavy rain coming. I thought this was heavy. Apparently not.
We're in the tropics here, Ewan. We're not far off the equator. You'll find out what heavy is very soon. We'll have to get you one of those Maybank umbrellas. Oh, this isn't ideal. It's going to make this course a bit longer, this 18th hole. Well, these three characters who are in the playoff, Miyu Yamashita is leading the Rolex Rookie of the Year standings. It's her first year on tour.
As major champion, you know, of course, indeed, she's well deserved to become Rookie of the Year for sure.
Well, this is a rather telling stat, how well they have played the 18th. And it certainly favours Jin Choi. 3 under for Jin. Could only manage a par today, but it's good enough to be in the playoff. And she's got to have that reset, hasn't she, So-yeon? Okay, she had that dominant lead at the beginning of today. Everybody thought she was going to win. Our fans did. 71% of them said that she was going to win. How that has changed, but she's still got a chance.
Yeah, I think when they suspended, that was a really great time for Jin to regroup everything. And then now she put herself at the playoff. Everybody has arrived on the team ground.
John Bennett asking, are we ready to go whenever?
Looks like Miyu Yamashita gonna have first off.
Well, the view that I have from down the fairway, So-yeon, looking back towards this 18th tee and the mountain in the distance, the heavens are going to open again very, very shortly.
Compared to Hannah and Jin, Miyu Yamashita's driving distance is not that long.
So the AIG Women's Open champion, first to play.
And the breeze now a little off the right for these players. Likes to hit a draw, Miyu Yamashita, and that's what it's doing. I don't think she can get home from there.
Nice, got caught up in that light wispy rough down the left. Over to you, Jin Choi.
Hit a terrific drive here in regulation. And that breeze off the right will help her. Just turn it a little right to left, get a little more distance. Would be nice if she could get it down that left side. There's a bit of thunder rumbles. Oh, that is miles left again.
Not only is that going to be an awkward stance, she could well be completely blocked out by the trees. Now, that was quick and that was nervy.
And that has been the pattern today, left off the tee. Last drive to come for Hannah Green.
Yes, I'm not sure she'll get it 330 down here once again, but she can get home in 2. Takes it down that left side. Looks like a good strike for Hannah, right down the middle.
Not quite as far as the previous drive on 18, where she enjoyed the bounce of the year A highly fortuitous bounce that ended up going 330 yards and back onto the fairway. But they are off. Now, Hannah, in her playoff experience, she's had one playoff before and was victorious, in fact, against Aditi Ashok. And that was en route to winning the JM Eagle LA Championship in 2023. She's been in this situation before. Some of the highlights early on today. Yamashita, when the sun was shining gloriously on the west course, it was a super fast start from Yamashita.
Yamashita already started with her round with birdie at first and second, and this was her third birdie putt.
So a couple of pars, 6, 7, 8, 9, then to 10. And the birdie train came back on the tracks.
And it was interesting because at this point she was playing well, but we didn't really think that her name was going to be relevant at the end of the day. It was all focused on Heartbreak Choi, Hannah Green, but then that two-hole race widened, and with putts like that from Yamashita, she was clawing her way into contention, and you can see why with shots like this on 16.
She already made 6 birdies until this moment. And this is hole 16, second shot, and made another great birdie opportunity. And she made another birdie on 16 to shot 7 under par.
And then down the final hole. In the end, the birdie might well have done it. A par it was instead, a round of 65 for Miyu Yamashita, who did need help from the top of the leaderboard today. The difference is she got it.
Well, Ewan, how are the balls looking? How are the tee shots faring?
Well, Heartbreak Choi, when she was playing the 10th hole today, she had to hit the ball down the 18th. She's done the polar opposite now. She's completely blocked out, has a terrible lie. She can't go at the green. The only shot she has is back to the fairway, and she'll do well to even get it on the short grass.
We're back. We're very pleased you're staying with us to bring you the dramatic conclusion to this final round of the Maybank Championship on the Asian swing of the LPGA. It is now a 3-horse race. We have been sent into extra time. Miyu Yamashita, Hannah Green and Heartbreak Choi. They are the contenders. Who will break through and win here in Malaysia, the 3rd edition of this fantastic $3 million event? Let's take you through the highlights from the final round. And we're going to begin with Miyu Yamashita. This was at the 2nd hole. And that moved her to 13 under in the glorious sunshine. And absolutely brilliant from Yamashita, who was starting the day 8 shots back, but Gino was also in contention.
Gino started her day with the birdie. Look at this amazing second shot.
Second hole was fruitful for Yan Yu, who parred the first, and watch this. She hung around today. 2 under on the back 9 as well. Was right in it till the end. Great birdie there for the Chinese star.
Well, a multiple winner on the LPGA Tour, Se-Young Kim, had this long-range birdie putt at the 6th. She was playing nicely. At this point was 13 under, but that 45-footer took it to 14 under par, and part of the conversation.
This is hole number 4, Ayaka Footaway. This is downhill putt for birdie.
How about the 7th? Pin on that front left side today. And Alim Kim got the memo on the front 9. She needed to chase, and chase she did.
Part of the sister act, Akie Iwai. Her 2nd from the back of the green on 8. It was brilliant, ramming it home to move to 15 under par.
Heartbreak Choi has been waiting for this birdie for a long time. This is hole number 8, par 3. Her first birdie of the day.
She hung tough, and she had to. And so too did Hannah Green. Time to pounce was at the 11th, with Hye-Jin faltering. And pounce she did.
And it all got a bit nervy around the turn for Hye-Jin Choi. There were bogeys at 9 and also at 10. And then this shot, the second shot at the 12th, it was a poor choice of club. That ball was nestled down, and the result turning it over into the water. So it was another drop shot. You could see the exasperation on her face, her lead evaporating before her very eyes.
This is hole 13. Gino was slightly above the pin, and this was her birdie putt. Great birdie on 13 for Gino Titikun.
Perhaps maybe the luckiest moment of the day, or so we thought. Here at 13 for Hannah Green, out of position with no shot, hits the flag and makes a birdie 3.
Well, meanwhile, up ahead, Miyu Yamashita, the Japanese rookie, was cruising, putting together and stitching together an excellent score. And how about this approach at the 16th, knocking it in close with a little bit of side spin. And Miyu continued her ascent up the leaderboard, really making moves on a Sunday.
17 is really tough to keep the fairway, but Gino hit it her tee shot beautifully, and this is her second shot. She made really great birdie opportunity and she finished up with the birdie on 17.
It was a great bounce back after the drop shot at 16, but she came up one shy. This was a moment for all of it for Hye-Jin Choi for a birdie down the last. So close it came.
And then this, just moments later, from Hannah Green. A must-make birdie putt to send it into extra time, hence that fist pump. And so Hannah looking for her 7th win in her LPGA career, her 3rd win in Asia. Those are some of the highlights. It's been a weather-interrupted final round. We were off at 1 o'clock with thunder and lightning. We're off at 3:45 local time. But the playoff continues. All 3 players have driven. The rain continues to fall, and it was not the best drive from Hye-Jin Choi. And Ewan Porter, our on-course commentator, is out there following the action.
Yes, Kate, and I'm actually just making my way down from the 10th tee where the players were warming up. And before the break, I had said that Hye-Jin Choi's only shot was to chip back to the fairway. I'll take that back. She may have a shot somewhere up near the 10th tee where I'm standing. Her 3rd shot would be over the corporate marquees and a tower, but it would only be about 120 yards from the hole.
So while she ponders, along with her caddy, Pete Godfrey, on the next best course of action. She hasn't played from here before, but the thing is today, Ali, she hasn't played from several spots on the golf course. It has been a wild journey to this point.
And almost all of them have been left. Just really struggling to get through the ball under the nerves of the final round.
So, Jan, how do you handle these nerves?
Oh my God, just to be honest, just praying is the only thing we could do. And then just focus on what I have to do is the only thing we could do.
Yeah. It's a pleasure that we have So-Yeon Ryu, our former world #1, our major champion, gracing us in the commentary box, providing her insights. But there you see where the players are off their drives. It is a par 5, 18th, but with this rain falling, it's going to be hard to get home in 2. The only one with the best chance will be Hannah Green, 216 yards in for the Australian.
Who still has the firepower. Yes, she's by far and away in the best spot. Yamashita, I think the most that she can hope for is the upslope short of the green maybe, and hug that left side to give her the angle. I'm sure they're thinking about that. Thinking about a lot though is Pete Godfrey trying to give Hye-Jin Choi a yardage and an option down here.
Also for Hye-Jin, well, we've had a really heavy rain for a long time, so it's going to be really hard to judge how ball's going to react it with Bermuda grass.
Well, there goes the siren, and that means play can resume.
There were a few more groans too from the corporate box. I think they might have thought that was another suspension.
Interesting for Hye-Jin here, Ewan. She's only looking left at the moment. We'll get back to that in a second.
It's close for the fans following. Get involved. Scan the QR code. Who do you think is going to win? Beginning of the day, 71% of you said Hye-Jin Choi. That is now trimmed to 34%. Hannah Green is the favourite right now. Will she win? Can she find the trophy in Malaysia? Yamashita first to play.
250 to the flag, 232 to the front left is the number she's looking at. I just watched her warm up, hitting 4 or 5 of these shots. She hits a low flat draw. She could chase it up close. It's a good strike. It's towards that front left, but it's going to be short.
All she could give at the world number 6. We must remind ourselves, So-yeon, she's a rookie on tour.
But already has 1 major champion.
And 13 titles on the Japan Tour as well. It is proving to be a dream 2025, isn't it, for Yamashita Ali?
Well, and truly 2 of those came in a playoff, by the way, as well. So she does have experience in this position. Now Choi's turn.
Aiming towards the 10th tee, needs to hit it about 110.
It is the smallest target over there where she's had to play.
It's missed the actual teeing ground itself, but it's okay. It's just in the rough.
Well, at least the flag's over on the right-hand side, so she will have green to use, perhaps. Now Hannah Green.
216, absolutely no question. She's in the box seat here. It's only 198 to the front left. Slight downslope, 5 wood, 20 feet left of the flag is her target. It's come out high and straight at it. Does it have the legs?
It doesn't. That was a golden opportunity there for Hannah Green. It was a green light second shot. Wrong club, heavier conditions?
Probably the latter. It was a confident looking swing. You know, realistically, that was 3 yards off being perfect.
I'm standing about 50 or 60 yards back from the green. It appears that has plugged in the upslope of the bunker. Now I'm trying to chase down Choi's ball.
Oh, goodness me. What an adventurous few days it's been indeed for Hannah Green. Yesterday, her round, it got off to a very poor start. She made a double bogey on a par 5. She went into water, managed to recover. But a round that could have slipped through her fingers so quickly, she dug deep and found that resolve to chisel away and put together a very good score indeed. It was on Saturday a 67 when it could have been so much worse. Today she's had a bit of luck, but now Choi.
Which is interesting here, because I wonder if the light pole is going to be in the way for Choi.
It is, Ali. I'm standing right next to this light pole at the moment. It's pretty much right in line with where she has to play it.
And she's got a beautiful lie over there as well. So she doesn't really want to forfeit that. Seemingly as such.
And beyond those fans is where Choi is. Well, I don't think in the short history of this championship we've ever seen anybody play from this position into 18.
And the roles were reversed when she was playing the 10th hole. She played it down the 18th. I can confirm that Hannah's ball is plugged in the bunker.
Wow, that is a brutal break, given she was going in there with hybrid as well.
Just right now, bunker is really in a wet condition, so that just made Hannah's ball being plugged.
Come back.
You guys work it back from there and I'll
So Missy, the LPGA rules official, is with her.
She might almost get an even better break here if she can drop on that other tee box.
Absolutely, it would be, Ali. Just don't ask me what yardage it is. And you know what? Getting word that it's 142. Actually a terrific angle and not an overly difficult shot.
So she's able to take advantage and enjoy a free drop because of line of sight. And so Missy, the LPGA rules official, is working at exactly where she can drop this. So no penalty, of course. And now there's a break in favour of Choi. From the light rough, to the tee box and able to generate some spin.
It's definitely going to be a big difference between the short grass and the rough.
Be curious who's lying better between Hye-Jin Choi and Hannah Green now, depending on how steep the bank in that bunker is. And Yamashita.
Well, I was going to say, the other thing about Yamashita too is she has about a 60-yard shot. It's very grainy and tight where she is, with not too much green to work with. So Hye-Jin Choi certainly still in with a shout here.
Well, winning a golf tournament certainly is never easy, and patience is certainly a virtue today, so you'll
Tell me about it. I don't think I ever had an easy win under my belt.
It's interesting, Ali, of those 13 wins that Yamashita has enjoyed on the JLPGA. 2, as you mentioned, came in sudden death playoffs against very good players, Ayaka Furuwe and Minami Katsu, so she's been up against the very best. But now they are taking their time because they're going to have to pick out a line. She won't be able to see the flag from where she's standing.
No, and in a normal week, I think this would be harder because she wouldn't have all of the sponsor structure behind to maybe use as a visual guide.
Seems like pin is between that Maybank K and the end of the grandstand, like 10th.
And you'd have to say some of the best fans in the game after 2 delays. I don't think a single person has gone home.
Well, here's another look at the angle and where Hye-Jin is going to have to toss her ball high into the air in order to get this nestle next to the pin, but it's not going to be easy. She just hasn't played this shot before. It's under extreme circumstances. Remember, 28 top 10 since 2022 without a win. 10 more than any other player. She's been pushed all the way today.
Good strike. It's about 6 feet left of the flag.
That's a terrific shot under the circumstances.
It is. I think just sometimes you better not to have a target with you. Then just makes you relax more and you're able to just focus on how you're going to strike the ball.
Well, there was a lot of trust that went into that swing.
She has kept herself in this, Hye-Jin Choi, against the odds there.
And now, over to you, Yamashita.
Yamashita amongst the best in the women's game at this particular shot. As I mentioned, it's grainy, it's a tight lie down here. Still a lot of moisture on the ground out here. In fact, it's very, very wet. And just got to be a little careful that that golf ball doesn't skid off the club face and shoot long.
Well, everybody feeling the occasion, feeling the heat and the moment. The rookie, a major champion already this year. "14 professional wins under her belt already at the age of 24. What can she deliver right now?
Has to go.
Probably Hye-Jin has closer birdie chance than Miyu Yamashita.
Was somewhat nervy.
She could have piled the pressure on the other two there. If she could stick it in close, Yamashita. Oh, first look at Hannah Green's ball.
She had a couple of breaks on the back nine. She hit the flagstick on 13. It dropped down next to the hole, made a birdie. She got a fantastic bounce off the cart path on the 18th in regulation play. But now, not so lucky. Best way to play this now, So-yeon.
Well, because it's a wet sand, I think Hannah better not to open the club face too much What do you think, Ewan?
Yeah, she's got a sand wedge in her hand. I'd probably like her to see maybe one more club, maybe a pitching wedge, but she's got to hit this hard, stick the club in the ground.
I think the backswing was a little bit too short.
And so was the result, because now Green is not on the green in 3. And that must be deeply frustrating for her. Ali, she had an absolute ripper of a drive down the middle. It was only just over 215 yards in with the second. Distance not a problem.
She got the break in regulation. It was taken from her there with that plugged lie.
Heavy sand.
It is, no doubt.
I think she misjudged as well how much the sand would slow it down, given it's wet now, so that would have been even heavier than anticipated.
Is there another twist in the tail? Because this is very makeable.
Well, wouldn't she love it as well? Fourth shot now for Green.
That was heavy-handed. The other two aren't guaranteed their birdies.
And a look of despair and frustration there for Hannah.
She knows she's a major champion herself. That wasn't as desired, nor the execution she was looking for in the moment.
And it certainly opens the door to the other two challengers. Yamashita, Choi, birdie putts to come from them.
Looked as though she just hit down on her touch, So-yeon, to guarantee the strike. A lot of grain coming into you, so easy to hit that a little fat. But it came out hot.
Especially when she only had probably 4 yards to working with in front of the green to the pin.
Now you're mashed up.
Yep, Ali, this putt is slow at the best of times. The moisture, the precipitation that's on these greens will slow it up even more. It's pretty straight for most of the journey and might want to fall to the right at the end.
This for birdie. Number 1 on tour from 10 to 15 feet. That was 20 feet and in it goes. What a brilliant time to strike. A birdie for the world number 6. And the pressure firmly on the shoulders of Heartbreak Choi. Simply sensational from Yamashita.
Just full respect of Miyu Yamashita, but I really want Heartbreak to be focused on her putt right now.
So we take a look at the putt that eliminates Hannah Green from the playoff. Will it eliminate them both?
It's now a 2-horse race.
It's been such a long journey to here for Heartbreak Choi. And that was just since the first hole today. It must feel like an absolute marathon. So-yeon, and you think about how many times she's come close on the LPGA Tour. This might be the best birdie of her life if she can keep this playoff going, given where she was off the tee.
I'm with you. It's really big putt for her entire career for sure right now.
For birdie to extend the playoff and send them back to the 18th tee. Miss it, and the title is with Miyu Yamashita. Well, agony for Heartbreak Choi, but for Miyu Yamashita comes from 8 shots back, and the rookie from Japan is a winner in Malaysia. The Maybank Championship winner for 2025, Miyu Yamashita.
What a final day for so many reasons. A flawless performance throughout regulation and a flawless putt So-yeon on the green there for the title.
Oh my God, it has been tightest race I've ever seen this year so far.
The Japanese fans stuck around.
It was an easy putt to make for Miyu Yamashita's champion putt. That was lengthy putt to make, especially at the playoff.
A double breaker, no less. Warm applause from the crowds here in Malaysia. Let's take a look back through the story of the playoff. This the drive for Hye-Jin Choi, and it was headed left.
Hye-Jin's tee shot has been so phenomenal until today. Like even yesterday, she had a lot of aggressive tee shot, but everything was pretty great. But today she was a bit struggle. And this second shot was also unlucky. She had a really good strike, but I guess because of all the humidity, ball didn't really quite fly much.
And the breaks dried up in the playoff. Had a couple of them out there throughout the day. Hannah Green, mind you, she did have 7 birdies as well on her own ball.
Hye-Jin was able to relieve from that obstacle and found short grass, and she managed to hit it beautifully.
And then there's a glancing blow for Miyu Yamashita, and given the opportunity to put pressure on her opponents, came up a little shy.
To be honest, that wasn't her best shot for sure.
And this wasn't the best spot to be for Hannah Green. So heavy, the sand in that face.
Everything is easier to judge after the fact, but I think she just needed to have a bit more longer backswing.
So there's her 4th shot. In the end, it would have needed to go in. But alas, her race coming to an end, and this shutting the door for Miyu Yamashita.
It was a right to left start, then left to right again. It was double breaker. It was not really easy one to make, but she made it.
To keep things going, Hye-Jin Choi needed this. And it stayed up on high. And is another near miss on the LPGA for Hye-Jin Choi. It is the 2nd victory of the season for Miyu Yamashita. And there is our champion. Japanese media all around trying to get the pictures for the pages tomorrow, So-yeon.
Yeah, what a win. You know, it's been a long journey for everyone. And she is the one who finally grabbed the trophy.
So incredibly impressive.
I want to say her expectation level was really low when she started. The tour started a round.
Was able, it's a great point, to play freely out there in a round of 65. This looked pretty free too. She knew that might just be the moment that sealed it.
So many Japanese fans were waiting for Miyu Yamashita to grab the trophy. It's phenomenal that a lot of the spectators still stayed. We've been waiting for a long time.
And isn't that a testament to how the Maybank Championship continues to grow in its 3rd edition? It's been dramatic every time, so yeah.
It is. Oh, if we think about the 2 years back, that was quite a long journey to find the real champion. I was actually sort of scared to see, like, what if we were going to go to have another long playoff?
And let's not forget, Miyu Yamashita teed off at 8:38 this morning. And it's just ticked past 5 p.m. local time. A long day, but worth the wait for Miyu Yamashita. That's how she did it, with early birdies at 1 and 2. Another that came down the par 5 5th, and then 4 on the back 9 as well.
Yeah, bogey-free round for her final round.
And to put that into context, both Hannah Green and Hye-Jin Choi made 3 drop shots and bogeys throughout their day. So this is after the Maybank Championship, the race to the CME Globe, and Miyu Yamashita jumps all the way up to 3rd in the season-long race on the LPGA. There are only 3 events left remaining throughout the 2025 season. And Miyu Yamashita has 2 chapters of her own. One in Wales, one in Malaysia.
Perfect. She's waiting for it to win, probably in US soil.
I'm sure that's coming next. Gino Tidikin continues to lead by some margin as well. So many people have stuck around here all week, all day, through 2 weather delays as well.
So this is gonna be Miyu Yamashita's 15th trophy. She already has 13 wins at the LPGA Tour. She has 1 major champion trophy. She's gonna add it 1 more.
Another spot on the mantelpiece required.
And now she's gonna head into Japan next week, so it's gonna feel even sweeter to playing in front of her home fans.
100%. Is there a better leading story for the Toto Japan Classic than Miyu Yamashita breaking through on Asian soil for the LPGA? Well, why don't we throw it down to Kate Burton for the trophy presentation.
Well, what a dramatic conclusion we have witnessed here at the Maybank Championship. And I'm delighted to welcome our presentation party. To my immediate left, we had the Maybank President and Group CEO, Yang Berbahagia, Dato Sri Kairisali Ramli. And on our far left, the Maybank Chairman, Yang Berbahagia, Tan Sri Zamzam Zarami, Mohammed Isa. It's been a wonderful conclusion, and we finally have a winner in a rookie from Japan. Absolutely brilliant you have been throughout the course of this week, rallying from 8 shots back. Would you please hear it for Miyu Yamashita? And Tan Sri, would you please be good enough to present the magnificent Maybank Tiger to our winner in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Let's hear a big roar and a big cheer for Miyu Yamashita.
Special scenes there with Miyu Yamashita taking home a pretty iconic trophy as well, So-yeon.
Yeah, it is. It is actually, it's a pretty big trophy. I don't think I have any trophy like that big.
It is 7 kilos, and she's just over 5 foot tall herself. But she packs a mighty punch, Miyu Yamashita. Sublime golf from her out there today. Managed to post the number for those behind her to chase. An all-important piece of the puzzle for her here in the final round. Chase they did, but they came up shy, that of Hannah Green and Hye-Jin Choi. The flashes are going to keep going off for quite some time. Now she can't believe it. It's been a long day, but one that dreams are made of. Brilliant. So the final putt.
It was really amazing to watch.
And in it went. It's Miyu Yamashita that makes it in Malaysia. She is your Maybank champion for 2025. That's all from us here in Kuala Lumpur, but there's plenty more still to come from the Asian swing. The LPGA marches to Kyoto next week. We'll see you then.